Okay, everybody, here we go. We are off to our meeting. This is for the solar, the proposed solar farm, and then we're also going to have a finance committee meeting. Oh, here's the mayor's vehicle that she usually has a driver for.
Great, man. How about you?
Good, thank you.
We have some other vehicles here. We have that's a city car. That's a city car. So 2 city vehicles, and then the mayor is here. She must have seen our critiques, our criticisms, because I noticed she's not, she doesn't have her driver with her at the moment. Oh, I didn't even know there was a meeting of the police pension fund. Interesting.
What time does your meeting start? I gotta go get something to eat. That's just the presentation. Yeah, that's just the presentation. I already said, don't make me have to stay around for the regulars, Ryan and that. Get up there. I don't hear that says. I'm glad you're here.
Or are you gonna answer questions for us tonight?
Of course I'm not gonna answer you.
You know we want to see the books.
I don't have nothing to hide. I just follow protocol.
Oh, are they still doing that?
Come on, Ryan. Come on,
I thought Shirley would be more open.
Come on, Ryan. Get me on camera. Come on.
Oh, you don't worry. You'll have plenty of time. You'll get your
You
time.
understand? Every question generates them up. If there were simple answers, I could give them. If you ask me, Lewis, did you print any checks today? I can say no. But every other question requires a full explanation. Y'all be sitting there all night listening to me.
Well, I mean, I think
Nothing is that simple.
you guys should just make it easy. Put all the receipts online. You know, I mean,
We don't even keep copies of all the receipts. We scan them in, and that's it.
oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, like when you scan them, and then they even have some software that's really not that expensive. So when people scan it in, it uploads
Do you
automatically.
realize how many bills there are? And do you also realize just for the
Right.
FOIA, we have to go through and redact all the information.
Hey, Ryan.
She has spent the whole day. You understand? We get over 300 bills a month, so I got to go through and redact. I don't have to go through, but she'd have to go through and redact every single bill.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that hard. I mean,
Oh, ask her what these FOIAs
it
are.
happens all the time. All the other municipalities
No,
are able to do that.
Right. I worked in over 25 municipalities. The only place where I copied bills and they weren't available to the public, in Dixmoor, I would scan the bills in with every bill list. They had 25 bills a month. Their total budget is $5 million. Harvey's total budget is $100 million.
Oh gosh, well we definitely want to see that then. That'd be good.
I'm just saying.
We want
I'm
to
talking
see that
about the
info.
tips and everything else, just how much more information it is.
Oh, that's right. And the TIF money. I always wonder what's happening with the TIF money.
It's in all the reports.
Yeah, but did you see the last audit when they came in? They said that the city didn't give the receipts.
24 and 25 concurrently right now.
I know, but for 2022, they said that they couldn't even make an opinion on the general fund.
That's not true. You guys understand really what holds off what causes that opinion is because you're looking soft. Not,
Well, no, but it said in their the firm in their own writing, it said you guys didn't give them the receipts. I just say put it online. It's easier.
yeah, that's not all.
Said it again, if you have any comments or questions, please sign up. Use the sign up sheet, please sign up. We're going to do everything decent and in order. You still got that email that you sent to her? Shoot to her again. That's the only one I'm waiting on, so you'll get a copy of her presentation. Ready to go. Yes, you can.
One more second.
Baby, I'm not catch up with you. I put you on my list, but then I know I called you.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So did you look at the door? Because one of the meetings for today has been canceled.
I think that was the police pension fund one.
Yeah.
And the legislative and finance committees are still on, I'm pretty sure.
So was that the sandwich one or was that the last one?
No, I think that was like what, in the afternoon or something.
I don't
I've
know.
never even been to one before. Did you know that Pepper meeting?
Kobe told me last night that this meeting might be canceled due to rain.
Oh, really?
Because if the power goes out again, no elevators, people like Derek can't get out very easily.
No backup power
Right.
for a municipal building, which is
Right.
very rare and concerning. But that's okay. Don't worry, because your interim mayor has a luxury SUV that can provide your tax money.
That's good.
So we don't need backup power at City Hall.
Oh, here we go.
Who needs backup power at City Hall? It's overrated.
That's my dad. That's you too? You old enough to be listening.
It's definitely ain't Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but it acts more like Sesame Street.
Left at the corner.
Okay.
By water. It's attached to a ComEd fee. Because ComEd is not in love with this guy, this company, or anything else. And to be honest with you, ComEd should have been here to rebut or whatever you want to call it, for him trying to get this here. Because figure it this way, Brian, look at it this business counts on ComEd going through their stuff. It still comes through ComEd's wires.
Right.
So if ComEd's wires go down, his stuff is pointless.
Because they would just be, they're just a supplier.
Right. So now instead of having just one number, 800 instead of one, you're going to have two phone numbers to call between solar and ComEd. And ComEd ain't going to give that much of a damn.
Is it spelled like Livewire? No
Yeah,
special spelling?
I don't think so.
Okay, I looked it up in Better Business Bureau, but I don't see it. Gosh, where else could I look? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Look at Secretary of State.
Okay. Time is now 5:06. Call this meeting to order of the legislative committee. Date is Monday, April 27th, and the time is 5:06. All members of the council, myself as chair, Alderman Randall, and
Co-chair, Alderman Smith.
start with invocation and pledge of allegiance. Thou enter this moment in time, gather, Lord, in your name, for your mercy's sake, Lord. We ask you to continue to lead us and guide us in all ways of the truth. In your mighty name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can everybody hear me? You good? All right, now, the next item on the agenda is a public hearing presentation for the City of Harvey Solar Project. And we also want to have our public comment at that particular time. If you signed up, you're welcome to ask any questions or make any comments that you wish, so please. If you please, sir, introduce yourself and you can start your presentation.
Everyone hear me okay? Okay, my name is Marcus Matillo with Evolve Living, and thank you for having me, City Council. I'm here to present the Harvey First Solar Community Project.
Can you go for me for 1 second? I want to make this very clear that the council is considering this project up to the feasibility phase. I'm going to ask them to talk to you about feasibility, okay? So that you have better clarity. Secondly, sir, do you understand that everything that you say today is officially on the record and will be available to the public via the FOIA process?
Understood.
You may continue.
So this is a brief overview of the feasibility phases of the project. As Alderman said, this is just the beginning stages to see if this project is even possible. So we're going to walk through these slides to give a quick overview. You can go to the next slide.
So that was
Okay.
that's the next.
Yeah, you can move forward.
Move forward.
Yep.
Oh, it's hard to see. Oh my goodness, it's so tiny.
Can you enhance?
Yeah.
Back one more. To the Harvey First Community Solar, it's the flow chart.
Oh, you want flow chart?
It's so hard to see. Very small.
Oh, so we're gonna do
Oh.
it. You want the flow chart?
Next one, yeah, right there, okay. And so this chart lays out the responsibilities and the basic overall project.
Hold on 1 second. You asked if I can enhance, I cannot. What I will do is kind of break protocol. If you want to sit right there at this table, you can, so you can see even better. I don't want anybody to say they didn't see what was going on.
Okay, can we move up too then? Because we
Yes.
we can't see it.
Let's get out there. Everybody just move on up. Come on. All right, come on. Have a seat. All right, if you can see, I will accommodate. Come on up.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
No, that's fine. He's fine. I mean, she's fine. I I told them they come all the way up, but if y'all need to see, just come on. I don't want nobody to say you couldn't see. Thank you, sir. Please continue.
Okay, so as this graphic shows, there's 3 parties involved in this project. To the left in the blue is the city of Harvey. And the roles of the city of Harvey is to provide the land. There's no financial obligation to the city. The city won't pay anything. The city will collect revenue if the project is successful from the ComEd rent payments, as well as lease payments for the land. And so those are the roles and responsibilities of the city of Harvey. The land we're speaking about is undeveloped land that is currently uncontaminated and just sitting idle, overgrown. And so the solar project would be one of the best uses for this land. And so this is what we are studying to see if it's possible. Okay, and so the next role is Evolve Living, which is the company that I represent. So Evolve Living is first of all responsible for doing the feasibility study. Okay, the feasibility study will tell us if the project is feasible and what size project is feasible and what the economics of the project will be. Once we are able to conduct those studies, and I'll lay those studies out in a little bit more detail as we go forward, then we'll be able to give more information to the city council and to the community. Okay? If this is a successful project that is deemed in the best interest of the community and the city, then we can move forward with the project development, the project construction, and the project operation. This is a multi-year project. It is a long-term project, not something that's going to happen overnight. Okay, so we are at the very beginning stages, and the benefit that goes to the community. You can see, typically with community solar projects, residents will receive 20 to 50% savings on their electrical bills, and that is available to subscribers, whether they are residents in the community, community organizations, or local businesses.
How much does it cost people to subscribe?
So all the details for community solar projects are available on the ComEd website. It would be an injustice for me to try to describe the whole essence of the program and the project, but in a nutshell, the cost is nothing. This is a ComEd program that is being made available to those who are interested in solar, want to save on their light bills, but can't necessarily get solar on their residences or businesses. Okay? Can we move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to break down these 4 phases. Okay, we're here tonight to have the city council vote just on this first phase, which is the feasibility study. And our goal is to validate that the site is suitable for the solar project, to do technical studies to see what the size of the project and capacity may be, and to do economic modeling to see what the environmental and economic impact will be of the solar project.
So we're on phase 1, and that's all we vote on today is phase 1, correct?
Correct.
Let me say that again. We're on phase 1, and all we vote on is phase 1, feasibility. You may continue, sir.
Okay, and if we get a successful phase 1 study, we come back before the city council, make a presentation of our findings, and then we move forward with phase 2. If the city council approves, if the community approves. And from that point, it is deemed a successful community study and the community approves and the city council approves, then we can move into the actual development and construction of the project. And if it's a successful project, it will launch, go into service, produce energy, and that benefit of the solar renewable energy will go to the community and the city. All right, but that is a 4-step process.
Yes, sir.
The aspect of the study of the feasibility aspect of this, how long will start to finish on that?
Okay, we can go to the next slide. Great question. Kind of touch on that.
We gotta get closer, the mouse keep going out.
Okay, short answer, 1 to 2 weeks to get initiation of the site data collection, right? So we're gonna go to the site, collect data on the site, and then we got 3 to 4 weeks of technical tests, screening, studies of that nature. So all in all, once we get that data, we submit plans to ComEd for what we think is feasible, and then ComEd will come back and say, yay or nay, you can interconnect, this is how much you can interconnect, the size of your project can be a maximum of this size, and this is how much it will cost to, let's say, upgrade our lines to have the capacity to accommodate this electricity on our grid and our substation, if it's possible. And so that process, if we were to vote yes tonight and begin that first phase, I would say the first phase we're looking at about 30 days, right? 30
This is
days.
the slide you want, right?
Yes. This is the side I wanted. Okay, so overall, the feasibility study, 60 to 90 days before we get a solid answer and the community and the city council can make a solid decision. Where we can go over the economics of the project, we go over the production of the project, the savings to the community. Okay? Any questions?
Is that, you want me to move on, or you ready for questions?
We can move on to one more slide. Okay, and again, the reason why this is such, prospectively good project for Harvey is because we're basically taking land that is underutilized, that is currently laying fallow, not any type of economics going on in the area, and through a grant made possible through the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Illinois Solar for All program, and the ComEd Renewable Energy Adjustable Block program. These
One second, for y'all, you all who can't see, this is Turlington and 149, where Loomis and 150th Street connect, okay? If you know the area, we're talking about the side street on 150th that kind of V's off, next to Thornton, like you're going down to Thornton High School, before you get over the tracks, you would then take that side road and go down. There's literally nothing over there.
Talking about where that old amusement park used to stuff used to be at.
I'm not that old. I don't know about amusement parks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
He's that old, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's
But what I'm saying to you is, this particular land, the reason why it was chosen is because the only thing we could possibly do with this is add more homes. There is really nothing else that we can do right there. There'll never be a viable business there. None of that. If you really know the
too close to the railroad.
yeah, if you know the location, there's nothing that can really be used there. Go ahead.
and Alderman, that soil has come back early stages contamination.
Yes.
So even residential, properties, probably, there will be a lot of costly remediation to get that, cleaned up.
Okay.
So another reason why solar
So
is
get everybody kind of acclimated to what we're talking about here.
sure. So, okay, one more slide, just to give everybody a visual of what a megawatt scale solar farm looks like. Okay, skip the slide, one more.
Gee, who's that?
Okay, there we go. So this is a picture of what a solar project looks like. You have solar panels, you have inverters, and those solar panels are collecting energy from the sun and turning it into usable AC electricity through the inverters. That energy gets fed back to the ComEd grid, and ComEd meters it and gives a credit basically for that electricity that is produced. And it's those credits that we bring the value to the city of Harvey and to the community. Okay, and so that's basically it in a nutshell.
Marcus, is this the picture you speak of?
Yes, that was a picture. Yeah, so that's just showing some of the equipment that you see on solar sites. Right. And so all of that would be fenced in and securely, protected and monitored over the life of the project. And if the project is successful, Involved Living would manage the project, make sure all the maintenance is done, again, at no cost to the city, and no cost to the residents, but a benefit to the residents. So if there's any questions at this point.
Let me take it at this point. I want to kind of recap a lot that was said and make sure that we have a clear understanding of what's happening here, okay? Number one, we're talking about the feasibility study, okay? We need to see if this, in fact, that particular site will be approved for this project. We need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, we can do this. I don't like the impression that I've been hearing, like it's so difficult to get things done in Harvey. All these other communities, Southern, the Cal has it, like I don't understand. It's not that difficult. We're talking about solar panels. You put them on your house, why can't we put them on the ground and let everybody benefit from it? Now, this costs us nothing. Sir, can you say that again for the record? How much does this cost the residents of Harvey?
It's going to cost nothing to the residents.
Why doesn't it cost us anything?
Well, because this is a state-funded program. This pre-development portion is made possible through a grant by DCEO. Currently, if you develop a solar project, it costs millions of dollars sometimes just in the pre-development stages to see if it's a viable project. Thankfully, through the visionary leadership of leaders we have in Springfield, funds were made available for this basically Solar for All program, so that those in less fortunate communities can have access to renewable energy. And so that's why it costs nothing.
Who is responsible for maintaining these panels and maintenance on the land? Whoa, the taxpayers of Harvey.
It won't be the taxpayers of Harvey. There will be no cost to the taxpayers of Harvey. This will all be done with the economics of the project.
I mean, but outside of me saving money on my light bill, will the city possibly generate any revenue from this?
The city will generate revenue. The income that will come from direct credits from ComEd will go to the city as well. And some of that will go to savings for the customers as well.
Thank you, sir. At this time, let's start with our public comment and questions. Ryan?
I have a question.
Big fellow,
I have a comment.
Go ahead, Alderman.
Will there be room for expansion if this project proves to be successful? Say down the road years from now, can we expand at this particular location, or would ComEd be willing to maybe look for another site so the citizens of Harvey could utilize more savings?
That's a great question, Alderman. So this particular site, it has its limitations, physically and geographically. So there's only so much that you can fit on that land. But thankfully enough, Harvey does have other sites available that once this project is a go and it's operation, everybody's happy, we can look and say, hey, is there something you want to do on other sites? We'll definitely work together with the city to explore other grants that are available to make things happen in the future.
Thank you for your answer.
Is that all, Alderman?
Yes, that's all I have.
Just with regards to land, this is land that's been sitting probably for a decade or two, correct?
I would say at least yes.
Yes, and that's land that the city hasn't gotten a dime off of at all.
I would say that's correct
We
as well.
probably have to pay streets to keep it cut and clean and things of that nature. So I just wanna make that be known how it's really costing us for the land to be remaining there as opposed to someone, because my understanding, you guys will be leasing the land, paying the
Yes,
city for that as well, correct?
Correct. The project will be leasing the land from the city of Harvey for the term of the project. So which means the city will retain ownership of the property, right? So it's really a no-brainer.
Absolutely, it's a win-win, thank you.
All right. Each individual that signed up will give 3 minutes. In that time, you can make your comments or ask your questions at that particular time within the 3 minutes. I'm gonna ask the Alderman to let me keep the clock. Let's start with Ryan Skalinski. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Sinwelski.
Sinwelski.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I just was wondering, I just had a few questions. So I know you said the grant, the DCEO grant should pay for the feasibility study. The other thing though, I saw in the ordinance, it said and development activities. Do you know what all that entails?
What ordinance? Because there is no ordinance.
I'm sorry, the resolution for later tonight? That the city council is gonna vote on? Yeah, it's a feasibility and development activities. I was just wondering what that means.
No problem. So an example of a development activity would be engineering. So let's
Okay.
say we measure the site size. We would do several studies to see if it's in a floodplain, but then also technical studies. Those would be some of the developmental things like engineering, how many panels can fit on the site, and things of that nature. So
Okay.
that's the actual development.
And then do you know how much is the, for that first feasibility and development activities, how much is that grant for?
How much is
The amount of the grant, do you have an idea of like just how much that would cost?
So here's the thing, everything is kind of subjective, right? So the costs that are going to be associated are going to be dependent on what's found on the site. So for example,
Try to pick up that line. You can take it off. I want to make sure we get every answer in a short.
so I think your question is, what is the budget for the feasibility study?
Right, like how much would it cost? Yeah, because I know it's gonna come from the grant. I was just wondering how much.
So it's too early to tell right now.
Okay.
Part of the cost of the feasibility study is the application process with ComEd. And so if you go on the ComEd website and look up interconnection costs, there are costs associated with that. And everything is basically like public information, but it's hard to tell until we get on the site. We size the system to see how many modules we can fit on the site, how many inverters we need, and then we can come up with a cost for engineering, costs for those other, studies and things of that nature.
Okay, and then how long would the company lease the land from the city? How long would the lease be?
Again, because it's so early, right? Because it's so early, it's hard to say, but typically with these projects, it's 15 to 20 years.
Okay.
Just so you know, Ryan, that's part of that next phase where council will have to determine on how long we want to lease the land for. So he's kind of right, and I couldn't take that until I guess we all got together and actually had a discussion on how long we want to allow this project to exist. Typically, in my mindset, I like to start shorter, and if it's going well, then we can talk about going longer. But that's something that council will eventually decide, the length and time that's in the actual, if he gets through all the phases with this, the actual contract will come back to city council, and then you'll see those years that are in there and what we kind of are willing to agree on.
And then related to that, what would happen when the lease is up? What happens to the land and the panels and everything?
The land stays in the possession of the city of Harvey. Depending on the state of the project can either be upgraded. If we kind of try to project what will be happening 20 years from now, it's kind of hard to say. If the project is still in good functionality, it's something that the city may want to continue to allow to produce electricity. Maybe by that time it'll need some upgrades and you'll have to reevaluate and re-engineer. Maybe there's better technology that will allow for more production.
Okay.
So,
But if this, let's say if the city, wanted to do something else, you guys would remove the panels?
So in the project budget is decommissioning, right? So
Okay.
at the end of the project, there is a decommissioning process. All that's regulated by the state.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate your questions. Michael Crown, I believe it is. Crown.
And I drive for my job, and I go through many of cities, and I see tons of solar farms, and they're closer to expressways and main streets than trying to kind of tuck it away into the area that it's tucked into. Why are we not looking closer to expressways for more room for expansion, even though there's more room to be torn down in those areas? Why are we not looking for that? And two, why is ComEd not here to try to either enhance your program or deny any of these goings on?
Okay, so first part of the question is actually a very good question. It's talking about site location. So the reason why you see a lot of solar farms in rural areas is because they have the available land. And quite frankly, in a city setting, it's difficult to find enough land, large enough, to place a project. Not only that, there are better uses for city land, you know. So we actually did survey the city of Harvey and surrounding suburbs to find, you know, plots that we thought would be viable. So there was not a lot of land available of size that we could even try to fit a project on. And if there was, then maybe it's not accessible to the ComEd transmission lines, or maybe it's in the floodplain. And so very like needle in a haystack type of thing when you know, in a residential city setting. Second part of your question, ComEd has a regulatory body, and they basically take you phase by phase. So first phase, application for interconnection. If you don't make it past the application for interconnection, you don't have a project. That's basically ComEd saying like, okay, we have enough capacity on our lines, you have a decent project, it looks safe, let's go to the next phase. Let's do an interconnection study and see how much it's going to cost you for you to upgrade our system to do this project so that we can handle that capacity. Maybe $500,000, maybe $2 million. And if that comes back, throw the project budget off to say, well, it's not viable for us to make $2 million worth of upgrades on ComEd's infrastructure, then, you know, that's where the feasibility study stops.
So as far as the age is concerned on some of the equipment of ComEd in the city, that would mean that they would have to come out and
Upgrade
upgrade the whole plant, and that too, who's gonna end up paying for that?
That is, no, that's not you all, that is us. So that is us. The only way that the project moves forward is if it's economically viable. There's a point where we budgeted for upgrades, and if it goes beyond that, then the project doesn't become economically viable. So the good thing is that these are upgrades that ComEd needs to do anyway to their infrastructure, so it's actually going to benefit the residents because we're bringing in new power lines at our expense. We're helping them upgrade their substation at our expense and other projects in the area. So it's actually a net win for the average, you know, resident and consumer of electricity.
And then the last part of the question would be, if they were going to do all this, would they consider doing anything like what they do out in Carpentersville and some of the other areas, is putting the lines underground, rather than trying to keep them above ground for, with all the trees and all that sort of thing that fall onto them?
It's a great question. Another benefit of being in a rural community is that you have a lot of unobstructed underground pathways. In a city like Harvey that's hundreds of years old, hundreds of years of industry, it's like not only cost prohibitive, but it's sometimes not even feasible for them to take transmission lines underground. And so, but they're the experts. By all means, underground is cheaper and they prefer that, so if it's possible, they will go that route.
Thank you, sir. That's your time. Let me say this again, and for the record, which everything that I say and what is being said today will be made available to the public now and forever. Sir, what does this project cost the residents of Harvey?
Again, this project will cost the residents of Harvey nothing out of pocket. We are not asking the citizens to contribute anything. We're not asking for tax money. In fact, as a citizen, I would be kind of happy because ComEd, the bill that you pay, there's a portion of that that goes towards renewable energy. And so this is actually you seeing some of your quote unquote tax dollars, if you will, come back and work for you.
I need to really say that because I don't understand why we seem to have people who don't believe that. Do you understand that not only as a sponsor of this project, I want to make it very clear, if what's being said today doesn't turn out to be true, not only will that contract be terminated, but I will make sure that the city of Harvey sues in regards to this project. You understand that? I want y'all to understand this because it seems like we still don't have people who believe that. This project will cost nothing. Why? Because most of the cities that you see on that is already done, I've talked to their representatives. Okay, it's called research. We gotta stop making it difficult for people to come here and do business here. Some things are just basic common sense. Nobody's trying to rob, nobody's trying to steal. Okay? This is a great project for the city of Harvey. And every other community around us is taking advantage of it, except us.
And if I may, just one more, this is actually, I'm familiar with what goes on in politics. And this is actually, in my opinion, an example of good governance. This is, something that's good for our environment. It's something that, is coming from grant funds. And it's not costing the city, it's not costing taxpayers, but there is an upside for the city and for the residents. And so for me personally, I applaud those in Springfield who will pass this legislation to allow these types of programs to actually meet where the rubber meets the road. This is it. Like, this is money that is coming back to the people to do projects that are going to benefit the people. We're taking land that is not being utilized and doing something good and positive with it that's going to benefit the community, if it's possible. And so to me, that is an example of good governance, and that's something that we should be encouraging. And if any point goes wrong, trust me, this is all transparent, this is all public, and if anything goes wrong in this process, trust me, there's accountability to be had at every level, So, there's no more questions.
Well, we got one more person, Melissa C. from Safe Place USA.
Yeah. My name is Melissa, and I am a resident of Harvey. And I'm going to begin by saying that I'm excited to see Harvey moving forward. I believe our city deserves progress, investment, and innovation, and serious opportunities that can benefit residents. But I also want to be clear that progress should never come at the cost of our posterity. I have heard it repeated that this project will not cost residents anything, but I think we have to be very careful with that kind of statement. No cost up front does not always mean that there's no cost to the community. Cost is not always immediate, and it is not always financial. Costs can come through land use, environmental impact, health concerns, loss of control, long-term liability, and decisions that cannot easily be undone once they are approved. So, communities like Harvey have historically been placed in positions where projects are brought in with promises of development, but without full transparency, without meaningful education, and without real accountability. And that is why we can't, this can't be treated as just a simple presentation. This has to be treated also as an environmental justice issue. Before any decision is made, I want to know whether anyone representing the city of Harvey or your company has recently received independent education or training on solar energy, including the environmental, health, land use, and long-term impacts on communities located near these types of projects. I also want to know what education has been provided to the residents, not just information from a company that's proposing the project, but independent information that allows the community to understand both the benefits and the risks. And when these panels become obsolete,
You're running out of time. You probably should let him answer one of those questions.
he could have jumped in at any time.
Well, he don't
But
want to
that's my main concern.
Okay.
Is environmental justice part of it, the impact that it's gonna have long term.
Okay, and that's a fair concern to have. And I understand the history of Harvey and some of the things that have happened in the past. Thankfully, there's a lot of information available online. So the fact that we propose this project, it now gives everybody the impetus to now go do a little bit more research, okay? Everything is available for you to research online. Everything about the solar modules, how they're manufactured, the environmental effect they have, everything about communities and the benefit of community solar. One important part of what we are proposing is something that we hope will be beneficial to the community. And I'll let the alderman talk to that, speak to that when it's appropriate. But just do understand that this, you know, I currently, I have property in Harvey. I live in the city of Chicago. I've been in the solar industry for 20 years. I've lived in Africa. I've donated money to organizations. I've done missionary work. So for me, environmental justice has been something that's been at the forefront of my consciousness, you know, for most of my adult life. So for me, this is actually a chance to do something good for the community and something that I'm passionate about. And so I wouldn't be involved in anything that's going to be detrimental environmentally or to the people of the community, me personally.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to say this, and I went back to this particular part of the screen. Listen, you can do like I did. Reach out the street, ask them about their project.
Did that.
Don't say that.
I did that.
Who did you speak with?
Governor,
Excuse me?
governor of the time.
The governor of the town. Okay. Like again, please reach out to them. Talk to their officials. They don't have a governor, okay?
Mayor, governor,
But you find out that those projects are going very well, okay? Again, this is something that's very simple. It's not harmful to anyone. And it doesn't cost anybody anything. And we stand all to gain and none to lose. Mr. Alderman, Rob.
I just want to make a brief statement in regards to the concerns that my sister, Miss Melissa, had back in the back. And I thought they were extremely legitimate when she asked it, has anybody from the city of Harvey had any kind of educational background with solar? I wouldn't say I went to school, but I am extremely familiar because I had solar panels put on my house. And one of the things that I asked when the salesman was there was, were these sun rays, would they be detrimental to the to a human body? You know, because you remember there was a time prior to cell phones when everybody thought they were harmless. But now you can hold a cell phone to your ear too long and it causes radiation. So that's why a lot of people are using the earplugs. Well, the salesman, and they assured me, and I don't think it was under the pretense that they were really trying to sell me on these panels, but he showed me documents that showed that they had did extensive studies on solar, and there was never any cause for or anybody being harmed due to the radiation or the rays that come in due to solar. So I hope that might have answered part of your question, at least.
Yes, may I say just one last thing, please?
Yes.
It's only because I feel like when we come in as the community to engage with you all, and when you say things like it's really simple, I'm gonna just express for me. I feel like it's being framed in a negative way. I think these are valid questions.
They are.
I think that no one is simple for asking a question, or no one is remedial for asking a question. But I just want to make you aware of how it may come off to.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
It was not geared at anyone here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What it's geared at is the things that are being placed on social media. What it's geared at is this uprising of emails that really, I couldn't explain it to you in the sense that they literally were, the information that was going out online was not even based on facts, saying it's gonna cost us millions. And once again, they're taking money from the taxpayers. When you all do things like that, I want you to understand something. Your name is so important, right? You spent your life making Melissa Crawley, is it, or something like that?
Yeah.
You made that name, right?
Absolutely.
So when we on this side of the table are going out and trying to do what residents ask us to do, like, hey, we need a grocery store, hey, we need these things, you know what they're saying? Walmart don't know their name dragged in the mud on social media. They spent their life building that brand. And so we need to be very careful when we're putting things out and we're saying things. Make sure it's based in facts. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand the damage that was done to the city of Harvey under the previous administration, but we're not that. So don't put us under that same microscope.
All right.
When we're trying to simply do what residents are asking for. You want more business here? We want it too.
Yeah.
But if every time that they come and they try to present and you drag their name through the mud, they're not gonna come here. Let's be careful. Our voices matter. If you want it, support it. It's okay to ask questions and make sure that, and holding us accountable to make sure we're doing it right. I have no problem with that. But don't draw conclusions until you actually have the facts. And if you have the facts, I've said this before, to anyone and everyone, Dominique Randall L. will stand with you. I will go all the way to the FBI with you. I will go to the Attorney General's office with you. But until you have that, stop making it look like it's something corrupt happening here when it's clearly not.
I'm with Randall.
You know, okay, now y'all going too far.
Hold on,
Y'all know
ma'am.
the police took me to jail,
Ma'am,
arrested me,
ma'am.
so don't tell me you're
Ma'am,
going to the
ma'am,
FBI
please
with me
respect
and
the
stuff
process.
like
I'm-
that. I
we're
mean,
not talking, Ms.
talk
Crawley.
with
Ms.
transparency.
Crawley, I'm asking you to please, I'm not
Yeah,
making
but I'm
this
just
personal
saying, don't
and allow whatever
gaslight.
happened to you.
Don't gaslight.
Okay? Now, Alderwoman, if you needed to say something,
Yes,
and
I
then we're
would. So,
gonna
back to when we get things on social media and everybody puts everything out there without checking facts. And it's not that we're directed at residents, but we know our common people. The community sees the common people who are doing it. And what it does, it puts a very bad light on the community. You will make developers not want to come and do business with us. And what it means, in my opinion, and those on the outside, there's a cancer cells inside that's killing the city from within. And that's what you're doing when you're doing that. For example, if I wasn't even sitting in the seat, you can't tell me the sky's blue. I gotta find out for myself. I don't believe anything anyone tells me. So, I'm not gonna call the governor. I'm gonna call the mayor of Streeter, Illinois, the mayor of LaSalle, Illinois, Dakota, Illinois, and Southern Illinois. Whatever those towns are in, I'm gonna call their mayor and ask them. We're gonna be doing a project here in my city. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? I'm gonna get their name. I'm gonna get their contact information, because I'm gonna say, that's the person who I talked with. This is the person who validated what they said about it, whether it be positive or negative. And see, if I wanna know that it's negative, if I really wanna kill this dream for the city, I'm gonna make sure I get that person's name and their phone number, because John Joe told me that this is happening in their city, and it's not good. So again, I would say win-win for the city, because we have land that's sitting here. When you have vacant land, community, and I figured it out, because I know I didn't get my real estate license, but I have been in school for real estate. And guess what? I pull up every land that in my ward, who owes, how much they owe. When I see even the houses, not only the businesses that haven't paid, the houses where they owe at least $5,000 per year.
Oh.
And everybody that's up there, oh, they got rid of this house, it was worth this and that, but we haven't gotten one dime off of that house for 10 decades, but we're in here protesting, then where's the money, show the receipts, all of those things, and those are receipts. And we got people that got real estate license right here that can look up receipts themselves, including them FOIA all the receipts. When you FOIA, you get receipts. That's the gaslighting part we're talking about. Two, that people put out those lies and say, where's the receipts? And they have receipts right in their hand, and they report what they want to report, not the truth. They report the false stuff to try to soup up a line of a story that makes us look bad. Everybody's looking at us. Everybody's looking at us. Now, if I have a piece of land, just like I've seen people go down DC Highway. I grew up back there behind DC Highway. And that land been sitting there vacant for 40 years. I remember they built them houses back there for that small little community over there. Prior to that, since 1972, that land has been grass. So, if somebody wants to buy it and develop it to bring us some money so I can fix streets and potholes and things like that, why not?
All right.
Nobody else done came and did it in 30 years. Moving forward, I just want you guys to know, and I know this has nothing to do with economic legislation right now, but every month, it'll be posted, it'll be mailed out. Every month, the third week of every month, there will be meetings in here so I can work on educating our community on how government works. It's gonna be different topics. That way you don't have to listen to the people that think they know about government. It'll be somebody that's professional, can tell you about government. And I mean, everything that you want to address is gonna be addressed. And guess what I'm telling you from Mrs. Smith? If I can't tell you and get the answer for you, guess what? I'm gonna put it on paper and write it for you too. I'm gonna show you proof, because I believe in proof and documentation. I ain't gonna throw nobody in the balls to see which one stick. I'm gonna give you proof and evidence of what it is. Because you know what? It's time to stop it. Our city is in a real detriment right now. And if we are not careful, and somebody get this seat that don't care about the city, who have used all kind of lies and false accusations to get it, it's not someone with character. And it's someone that we do not need. I'm sorry. I live here. And we have seniors here. Well, I tell you all, they afraid. I know y'all afraid. I'm talking for y'all. They do not know what is going to become of their city. And you guys sit here and you do all of that, because guess what? You're going to get this age one day. And going to try to figure out how you're going to survive in this city. So if you don't put what's best for your city first, right now, you're going to be in trouble later. Amen. This is not going to cost us one dime. And I say it's a win-win. Somebody gonna shoot me down. Not win-win. If I got some vacant property that I'm paying streets to cut every week, getting phone calls, this ain't cut over here, I need you to cut over here. Why this ain't, when they gonna come and cut this? They're complaining things about that. But here I got somebody who done said this, they gonna maintain it. They gonna give us someone to put their stuff on there. And just like I rent an apartment, when you don't wanna rent my apartment no more, you gonna leave, and then I ain't renting to you no more. That's how they go. That's a win-win. Understand the situation before you blurt out something that makes no sense. Because all it do is shows the people, it shows a lot of people what we're dealing with. And all it does is make room for people to take more advantage of us than they're trying to do. So we're here being elected officials, we're trying to, most of us have degrees up here. We have degrees, we know what's what. We're not gonna let nobody bowl roll us. Not gonna do it.
That's right.
You ain't gonna sit in here and tell me things. I've been around too long. You can't tell me anything I don't believe. I'm gonna go find out for myself. That's something I'm not gonna do. And we done had enough bad for 3 years. It's been bad reputations on power. Starting with us boarding up people in the building. Boarding up people in the building. Not one city official there, and that went national. They hit 50 states, not just the state of Illinois, it went national. And that right there alone, that's just too much. We don't need that type of publicity. And we just need to be careful and be mindful of what we do. Because this is where we live. We want better. We want you all to have better. Just like they talk about why the potholes are dug. Our residents don't even know. You cannot put that stuff down now because the temperature has to be a certain temperature before you can put that down. Otherwise, it's gonna go all back up. It's gonna get wasted and messed all back up. Now, we just voted what is it, last meeting about getting that gravel, how much it cost us? So we put all that down because we wanna hurry up and do what y'all want us to do. And then it rained and slush off. Where are we gonna have that money to replace? Because we did prematurely. Those are the things we need to know. We need to know why we're doing. So like I said, I will be having meetings and I'm gonna have professional people in there explaining to us. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, the two of us are present, so we're just gonna do a quick consensus. Are you in favor of referring the Harvey Solar Project to the full council for consideration?
Yes, I am.
So am I. There are, of course, no nays. Thank you for your support, Alderman. At this time, motion to adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for being here. If you have additional questions, feel free to step up. I appreciate your time. If you're gonna hang around for the finance meeting, that'll be coming up in about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes, hang out for the finance, so you can know how the city's spending their money.
Because we know we're gonna get answers. I know. Alright guys, so now we're just gonna wait and we will have the finance committee meeting starting shortly. A lot of meetings tonight. Lots and lots of meetings. Hello. Hi, good evening.
They didn't get to the amnesty thing. You noticed that?
Oh, that's right.
I was curious about that, but they didn't run out of time.
I mean, I've heard of it. Typically what that is, you know, when they just give people like,
I mean, it's usually like a late fees type of thing, where it's like if you have like
some sort of fine,
or something,
right?
and it's like wrapped up late fees.
Right, right.
Chicago's doing something like
Right.
that.
The,
Once again, we're having a meeting, okay, we'd like a little cooperation, because we need to be able to conduct the city's business. Thank you all so much. We're gonna open with prayer. Gracious Lord, Heavenly Father, thank you. Thank you for this meeting, Lord Jesus. Thank you for the congregation. Thank you for the people that attended. Thank you for our sense of understanding. Thank you for, Lord, for giving our ears to be open, Lord Jesus, so we can hear what's being said in regards to our great city. We want to thank you, Lord, for grace and mercy. We want to thank you, Lord, for financial blessings and physical blessings. We want to thank you, Lord, for already being an abundant God and watching high and sit low. And this is our prayer, and we ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen. Stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, then, due to the fact that we had a finance meeting a couple of weeks ago for the bills list that were generated for April the 13th. And we already had that meeting, and the finance committee already ratified that we were going to go forward and bring before the entire city council. Unfortunately, the lights went out, and we were in the dark for a little while, and so we had to cancel the meeting. So that one's already been done. The new bills list that we're generating today is for April the 27th. Okay? Just so you understand, I want everybody to understand that. Please give us a few minutes to discuss some of the outstanding characters that's on this bills list, and then we can ask necessary questions to the controller, and we should be in and out of here pretty soon.
Yeah. Actually, nothing, I just had a question about, let's see, what is that? I want to say that's, probably 132. We got equipment rental from LiveView Technologies. Software, what's that, $2,276, what's that for?
Generators.
The generators?
Yes.
Okay. So wait, we got generators? Is it new? Because the power went out and didn't have come on?
that's how
The police department.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm about to say that right now. And the last one, clock.
That's the cameras, body cameras.
Okay, gotcha. And I just want to call the attention, for the record and for the public. We did, the cleanup this month, correct? Now, just so we understand something, because again, we do this to ourselves. We have to Republic Services, which is people who pick up our trash, and will return in trash. Spring cleanup, $150,000, $150,000, right? That's over $400,000 picking up trash. Picking up trash. Now, if we stop doing this to ourselves, how many more abandoned properties could we not pay? How many more streets could we repay? Over $400,000. And watch this, let me tell you this. Some of them same spots when they came through on the film and cleaned up, 2 days later, right back out there. So this is what we gotta look at this.
And without sounding redundant, I couldn't agree with my colleague more. During the spring cleanup, when the kids were out of school, I hired a bunch of young men. It's on my Facebook page if you got it, see the photographs. And we cleaned up a lot through some of the major entrance ways and exit ways coming down Halsted, into Halsted, and 147th Street. And there's a car wash that sits on the corner of 146, and it has so much debris. And I went and bought orange vests and paper clippers and plastic bags and gloves and everything for these young men. And I paid them good, okay, because the city wasn't moving at the pace that I thought that they should be moving. This is my ward. I'm going to take the full responsibility for it. We had that car wash looking immaculate. And they took all of the plastic bags that they accumulated all this debris in, and they stacked them up in a big pile. And I got the street and sanitation guy to say he was going to come get them. They didn't get them that Friday, but they got them that Monday. And there were 10 bags over here, over there behind Larry's mouth. There were 10 or 12 bags over here, big giant bags full of trash and debris. And it looks good. And the very next day, I go behind the car wash and drive down the street, and there's a couch, and there's a mattress, and here's more stuff. I said, damn, it brought tears to my eyes. You know, the very next day. So I don't believe that the residents of Harvey are stooping down to that level, to where we're to the point where we're just too trifling to call streets and saying, or call your alderman for a trash receptacle. I think these are people coming in the middle of the night from other communities, and they're coming in and they're taking advantage of it. So what we need to do is we're going to do more surveillance cameras. And I didn't want to get off on that right now, you know, because we still have finance to talk about. Mr. Williams, Discount Fence Company for Real-Time Crime Center. There's 2 invoices for $44,415. Was that a misprint, or is that 2 invoices?
That's actually one invoice, but he split it into 2 payments because he got half down to start the fence, and the other half is upon completion.
So we're putting a fence around the crime center. Okay.
We've already had some problems with that.
Okay, good. Okay.
Officer, she wants to fight for some reason. She's back here
You
making
back here,
threats.
you turn towards me, I'm looking this way.
This is really ignorant.
Ladies.
I'm recording, so I'm always.
Ladies.
Get
we're
this
gonna have a
girl.
meeting. We're gonna do things decent and in order, same way we do it in church.
Get this girl,
Okay?
she back here.
Okay. Whatever it is, it's over. It's over. Okay, it's over. Okay, thank you. Thank you, it's over. Thank you. All right. Mr. Williams, under our water fund, we have a invoice for Emory Sampson Company for production and location services for Loomis, and a conduction line location service at 150 35 Road. But there's the exact same price. Is that the same thing?
They come in to relocate shutoffs for us. We can't just turn water off until you know exactly what it is. And they also, not only the shutoff, they also do the leak detection.
Okay. There's under the water Artero rule from 2007, both of those.
That's a grant replacing water meters, and Anchor is actually doing the work, and Ontario is the engineers on the project.
That's a grant.
With those are grant funds, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. That makes it even better. To get new water meters and not have to pay for it. Well, not have to pay for my water.
Also, just as a correction, Anchor heavy cylinders underwater,
Yeah.
that's a misclassification, that's also covered with grant funds. Well, fire hydrant replacement.
So it wasn't water meters, it was fire hydrants.
No, fire hydrants is one grant,
Right.
water meter replacement.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Well understood. Alderman Smith from, my colleague, do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, just one question, so those are two different things, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, we've had an opportunity to, there's nothing else on here that's actually really out of the ordinary that we don't pay every month. So with that being said, the chairman makes a recommendation that we take this to full committee. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say aye. Okay, so we're gonna move on. At this portion of our meeting, we'd like for every individual that has a public comment to please come up, or you don't even have to come up, just stand up, state your name. We're gonna give you 3 minutes, and one of my colleagues is gonna time you, make sure you don't go over, because there's gonna be lots of people, I'm sure, that wanna say something. So please, feel free to stand and state your name, okay?
My name is George Galloway.
Okay, excuse me, yes.
My name is George Galloway. I have a question for the Commonwealth. Do you have a contract with the city? Because you're a consultant, right? You're private. Is that correct?
We weren't answering question and answer.
Well, why don't you ask his name?
No, I actually,
Why
public
not?
comments, sir.
Okay.
Yes, public comments, you can make all the comments you like, but right now, and I'll be more than happy to answer the question, but this just in the form one for us right now. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I believe that, instead of picking up garbage and picking up, the things that people discard in the city, that at least one time, if we're going this far in between, where it's just loads of trash, where it costs that much, why not invest in a long-term solution? You already have plate readers that you're clearly forcing on the citizens. Why not invest in a camera system that can track people who are dumping here? I know that this question may have come up, but I've never really got a clear understanding, but that would be my comment. I think that it would be best suited if we invest in something long-term, instead of coming here with with the celebration all the time about you guys cleaning up. How about we have something long-term?
We know it. Ms. Crowley, thank you for your comment, and it's very legitimate, and I'd love to discuss it with you sometime after the meeting, okay, we can go into details, exactly on why. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hi, I apologize, you yelling out, but as you know, and I've stated before, I'm a Harvey resident. I'm here to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. We have people here that are here to antagonize, to create chaos, and just offer further problems. Melissa Crowley has sat back here since I've gotten here, talked about me, called me the B word. I have to go out there and summons and all
I
that.
don't
This
know
is
you.
ridiculous.
You're not gonna publicly
I
attack
have a
me.
right to speak.
You
I have a
are
right to
not
speak,
gonna
but you're
publicly
not gonna-
attack me for
I
using
am,
my
because you
freedom
are
of
not gonna
speech.
intimidate me.
No, you're not.
Hey, we gotta have some
No,
order
you're
here.
Y'all are speaking with
No,
my time.
she out of order.
Okay.
She's out of
Excuse
order.
me.
I have a right to
Listen,
She's
listen,
out of order.
Please listen. If you want to make a public comment, we're not going to use anybody's name. Okay? And this is in regards to finance meeting. We're not talking about how somebody may have been disrupted earlier part of the meeting. We're not going to discuss that. Because I don't entertain nonsense, okay?
Yeah.
We're not going to do it.
Sure,
Thank you.
and I apologize for that, and I retract that part of my statement. However, the fact remains, I have every right to be here and to speak up and to listen and to ask questions without being back here being ostracized, criticized, and called out my name. So I think that is very legitimate to address, and that is the only thing I'm addressing here. I think it's ridiculous. People need to grow up and be here and be a part of the solution, not part of the continued chaos and the continued problems. And I'm appalled at some of the people that are feeding into the mess. I have it recorded, smiling, laughing, a kiki, when this is about solutions and moving this city forward. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for your comment. And I wasn't gonna make any rebuttals to anybody, but I think that every individual that sits in this room has the right to feel that they can come into these city council chambers and be a contribution to the betterment of this city. And I want every individual to know we do not tolerate nonsense in here. Okay, I'm a Christian man, I'm a man of God, I'm stand on God's word. What we do decently and in order. And we're going to continue to do that. Thank you, officer. Thank you all. Ms. Bienvenue, would you like to say something? You? Okay, please.
Hello. Good evening.
We're representing you, so, I came here today, I just wanted to say a side note. How are we gonna bring things together when we have adults in here fighting over stuff and bickering about stuff? And we supposed to listen to the adults with adults and their comments and what they wanna bring to Harvey. We cannot watching us to make sure we get home safely. I feel like we should invest in them with our brothers. Why do you stand outside of the hood like stand outside of the hood? That's not what we need. And as an adult, as adults in here, and y'all are adults, y'all are age we're at 16 years old, at 16 years old, as sophomores in high school in Thornton Township, we're gonna represent.
Some of y'all should feel embarrassed.
As an adult, why y'all say the better reputation for us? And then y'all wonder why we speak on these abandoned houses. All these abandoned houses got crackheads, dope fiends all up in them.
Man, we've only allocated 3 minutes, but go ahead, speak on it, because y'all grandmas, y'all ain't gonna leave young ladies.
I know the teen rates of smoking and using drugs is because we have people out here selling them.
And then speaking of that, I've been in a gas station right here at Citgo to pump gas. And a dude just handed a 10-year-old a pack of woods.
What's woods? Explain that.
Woods is something you smoke, and we're giving that to kids.
I have a question. What's the parent of the 10-year-old?
The parent was not here, but at the end of the day, y'all say, adults say it take a village, right? It take a village, right? Why at your grown age giving a 10-year-old a pack of woods?
And that's what we have a lot of the community of. And so, I commend y'all that y'all, and it's good that y'all started at this age, but I want you all to take civics in school, not just social studies to learn about the Constitution, civics, to learn how government works. So when you talk about the abandoned houses, if you have businesses who have, well, let's start off the street. If you have businesses that have not paid in 10 years, their property taxes, which is used to do law enforcement, streets, sidewalks, that does all of that. If you're not getting all of that, then we're not getting it. No, so, just some things.
Again, you talking about that, but y'all putting money on cop cars. They riding around there shining like diamonds.
No, not even that. Not even that. We're so fake, you can't even tell it's a cop car. But you talking about, y'all putting money in the house.
Some of your concerns are legitimate and some are not. Okay, I would love to sit down, I would love to just stand down after the meeting and try to tell you about the potholes and about the abandoned properties and how we go about it. But as what I look at it right now, you both are a part of the solution, not the problem. The fact that you've had the nerve to stand up in front of a bunch of adults, okay, and express some of the concerns that you have at 16 years old, I think you should be commended. Ladies and gentlemen, give these two young people.
Ladies, again, I think that is fantastic what you all were saying. And part of what Ms. Smith was just saying is that this is a very difficult job in the sense that some of the things that you all mentioned, people actually ask for and want. Those shiny police cars, showing visibility at night, is what some of those seniors and some of our middle class, everyday working people, they want that. So now, it's always difficult for an alderman or a mayor, right? Because with every choice, and I've said this publicly, with every choice that we make, somebody's happy, somebody's mad. You all don't like the cars? A whole bunch of seniors love it. You know what I'm saying? No.
This isn't, I'm not trying to, this is a finance meeting.
I know, but it's not about cars. It's about you have to be mindful of people around. Them cars are driving around, and there's older people. I'm not trying to cry out, but you're a little older. You're driving on the street. You see it like that's hurting your eye. Like it's just not. But no. No, that's not how it goes. Like it's not a election matter, and that's the problem here. We're sitting here as adults. Y'all are adults for kids, and y'all take it as adults, but we're dead.
I'm not taking it as a
But I'm dead serious.
I'm not taking it as a joke.
I'm 16. I'm dead serious.
I'm just telling you, some people like
You
it, some
don't
people
have
don't.
exceeded
That's
your
all.
3 minutes by 7 additional minutes. I think y'all had 10. Okay, so is there anybody else that would like to talk? Mr. Please. Mr. Irvin.
Hello, everybody. I was just going to piggyback on the Jarvis thing that you were talking about before. I don't think there are a lot of people that are coming to our city and they're young. They come out between 2 o'clock in the morning and about 4 o'clock in the morning. We got hit 3 times over in our area. They even left their mail, credit card, old utility bills, court records from the Chicago Police Department, a whole slew of stuff, okay? From 23, 24, and 25. They're coming here and they're dumping here.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, and then the other part is a lot of people don't know the process for getting something picked up. Maybe we could put something in the water bill saying if you need an object picked up, this is the process that you go through to get it done. A lot of people don't know.
You know what, I would love to talk to you about this after the meeting, okay? Because I want to talk to you about surveillance cameras and insertion into the Winfield. Because, we have like Triumph annual spring, summer, fall cleanup, when you see all this debris out front.
Yeah.
But there's the street department's going to pick up at any time, but it would be at no cost. Okay, that's the time they do it for free.
Yeah.
So I'd like to sit down and talk with you about that and talk about surveillance cameras, because I'm in the midst of buying surveillance cameras.
So that's great. And also, the word is out that they're getting wind of when we're doing cleanups in our city. And these people that own apartment buildings, when the city of Harvey saying that they're doing cleanup, they're coming out here dumping this stuff, taking advantage of what's supposed to be for the residents.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how we're going to combat that.
And if we don't monitor it, but then it's going to constantly occur. And that's why I believe that, every alleyway, every block, every shot spotter, every police camera, should be backed up with a ring doorbell or some other type of camera. That's the only way we can combat it. Okay, because they've gotten to the point now where it's like you said, they come out here in the middle of the night, and they just decide to use our town as their personal dumping ground. I'm not with it, and I can see that you're not with it.
Don't like it.
Okay, no, I really just like it. I'm telling you, and I spend my own money, to do the cleanups. And I have kids, and I pay them good, like me, and they did a good job. They did a great job, so I say I'm gonna pay them great. And then the next day, look at what I'm looking at again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you. Ms. Chapman.
Before I ask a question, I want to make sure that I yield the time if any constituent wants to go or hear me. Did anyone else?
I don't have a question. I just think that they should be a part of your weekend. That's all.
I was gonna mention that too.
Yeah.
That was one out. You all that, Jordan?
Yeah.
All right. So I did start this program for the City of Harvey City Council. If you meet the qualifications, I will see you all to provide. Okay?
Well, I really want to commend both of these young ladies. I've had an opportunity to engage with them previously. They've just been very participatory with all community-related services across the second ward of the City of Harvey. So ladies, salute. Continue to use your voice to advocate for the needs of the youth. So that's great to hear Alderman Randall Bill that that's something in motion. One of the things that we have not discussed yet, Finance Committee, is the fact that we weren't confirmed for the financial distress. And I think that's a point that we need to alert the residents that we did not meet the bottom 5%. Harvey was denied the financial distress designation because we did not meet the bottom. We did not meet both state requirements. We met the high tax requirement, but not the tax yield per resident requirement. So to say that it was based on taxes levied, not taxes owed. And so in the state of Illinois, there are about 1,300 municipalities. 65 of those would fall in the under 5%, and we didn't fall within that. And so my next statement to that is that I really believe if we could just have some stronger financial oversight council. I like to propose and say this uniquely, presently in front of the public as well as my colleagues, that I would love for us to perhaps put forth legislation that anything over $10,000, the same way in which we look at our bidding process, anything over $10,000, we have to take a deep dive. It has to first be referred to you all as a committee before we can sign off on it. Because in my research, right, we have about $12,400 that's been paid 3 times, so that's a total of almost $37,000. And anything that we're paying almost someone's annual salary, we want to identify some solutions. So I'd like to see the work of the things that these entities, not saying that they're not doing the work. We understand that things take money, services take money. But if you go to the dollar store and purchase something for $1 and approximately 32 cents, 7% tax on it, you're gonna see on a receipt that it costs that much. So we're doing things 100 times that amount. And we're all in Randall Building, I made a notation to kind of break down the financial impact. And I'm very thankful that Ms. Christmas provided that insight. She reached out to the Illinois Department of Revenue. We were contacted as a city on February 19th and giving us some grace. I mean, you all understand there were many things going on at that time as it relates to our city, what had just happened. So it's understood why there may have been lag, but I think it's essential. I heard you say my time is up. Can I finish my statement?
I was just making note of that. I wasn't telling you to stop.
Oh,
I was
okay.
making note of
Thank you. I just wanted to make a notation of that, and also, while you guys stepped out, similar to our bidding process, I'm just thinking that this will be a good resolution that we could support, is to anything that's over $9,999.99, that we have an official vetting process on. Because I noticed there's one charge, it's for consulting, and we paid out $36,000. And perhaps that's the need to get to the point that we need to earn it or to be allocated. But at the same time, because we have not seen what those services are fruitful of, I believe that having a vetting process as such will help us take a deeper dive on what's essential and non-essential at this point in time in the city of Harvey. Thank you.
Alderwoman Chapman, thank you so much for your comment. Greatly appreciate it. I think there's. Yes.
Mr. Rogers, I'm gonna let the community know, although we were denied the money, it's not over with. We're still working on getting those monies. Not over with, okay? So although they say we're not getting it now, that doesn't mean we're not going to get it. The mayor discussed it in our board meetings, okay? If we would have our meetings, she might explain that last year, okay? So, don't do us hope, keep praying, okay? Now, when we talk about wasting money, I want you guys to know, all of us elected officials here, we don't have our own office. We actually just work out of our homes. But we do have an office that actually pays a church for rent, which that's wasteful. We shouldn't waste money. Why does one person get to have an office while the rest of us don't have an office? Hold on. We have to be respectful, and we have to tell the truth to shame the devil. So again, if you have 5 of us not paying for an office, because we all are not giving our office, and you have someone paying for an office, is that not wasteful? Is that not wasteful?
No, it's not wasteful. It's not wasteful.
You could get an office.
It's with the city money.
All right. Okay.
Get your office.
No.
Yeah.
No. I refuse to entertain this, and I'm not going to. This will not be entertained. Please, ladies, come on, please.
Let Colby respond. No. Hey, we're not done. You all work for us. We're not done. Why are you adjourning? You work for us, sir. Mr. Rogers, you work for us. And did you see this gentleman's hand right here, this elderly gentleman? He has a question for you, sir, and he is your constituent. How dare you disrespect these people? They have their hands up, Alderman. You serve them. You work for them.
And you should have let Colby say her piece. You let her attack my alderwoman, and then you don't let her have a response? How dare you? What kind of men are you? You're little boys. You're not men. Yeah, you can get out of here too, everybody.
Little boys pretend to be men. But how dare they let my alderman get treated that way? That was rude. And they always do that to her. They let what's her name just go off and off and off. And then
everyone needs to leave out and come back in at 7. We'll all record. Everyone needs to clear the chambers.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So immature. Right. Don't worry, I'll stay with you. Do you want me to grab your bag? You sure?
I see you gonna do that to me. Nah, him I ain't afraid.
Shameful.
Ryan, let's go. We clear the chambers. All we need is well.
We're leaving together, don't worry. Like, my goodness, we know already, okay. Oh my god, these people. These men. So rude.
I'm Harris. We're here for
the other
3 minutes just a public presentation.
Oh, okay. Oh, which one are you guys? I know, like, you're one of the 3 in the beginning?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell either because all of you all come in here, y'all down the city, and then now y'all running for seats. Now y'all running for seats because y'all made a whole mockery of the city for 3 years.
No, we're on
All y'all will come up here.
Oh, I didn't know they were presenting today.
Without one receipt, and then you got one of them that sued the city 3 times.
We haven't.
And y'all think that's cool? Y'all think that's cool? And then you got $15,000 off of each time with receipts. And they get up there, oh, where's the receipt? And they get receipts. And they come up here and lie about it. But guess what? That receipt, they have a receipt. But they ain't got the receipt. Then we have an odd person doing what they shouldn't be doing. Even though, guess what? But guess what? If you shouldn't be doing it, then why come up here and get in front of people and say, we stealing, get up and say we wasting money, or we mismanaging money, when you sitting up there on that podium way high, looking down low, make sure your house is clean. So if you got 5 alderpersons now saying for office, why would you go pay for office? Because who looks like they wasting more money? Guess what? But it's the money she gets. No, but we come up here all the time. But we come up here and say, but we still come up here and say, tell the residents they're wasting money. But my alderman is not wasting money. My alderman, man can say, man, not wasting money. Because that money that I would pay for rent, I would rather take that and put it back into the city. I'd rather put it back. Yeah, it is. So that shows. So what kind of leadership is that? If I know how to budget, if I know how to budget, if I'm budgeting
Yeah, I do local support and I do the Harvey Historical
because
Society.
everybody gets a budget, because you have 3
do
degrees,
both.
right? And when you work for business, you have a budget. And in that budget, they say what you can and cannot spend.
Yeah, I
And
know, I
guess what?
spoke via phone
You
with
can get
one of
an
the
offer.
J's.
And guess what? Well, if allotment, ask her what it is. Ask her what it is. Guess what? We get whatever reimbursement of.
Also, this is a rehab you guys did?
But again, I wouldn't get no, okay, cool, I'm not gonna buy it.
Now, where is this
Wait,
one located?
I'm just not sure. That's not right. What is your project? What is your project? But it's a waste. But you know what?
I don't even think you're supposed to be here.
I'm well, thank you. How about yourself? Alderman Rogers, pleasure, man. No, stop that. Believe it. Believe it. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't so. How you doing, young man? Good. Okay, good. Yes, sir. Glad you guys can come back in. If it's disruptive, I'm going to have to clear the chambers again. I guess we go back in? Is that how this works?
Oh, that's right. There's some sort of...
Yeah. Just don't spill it.
That's right. There's some kind of police something.
Hello.
The police thing is at the beginning.
Now remember you say
Wait, let me look.
That's right.
Now I got false.
Harvey Neighborhood Network, police swearing in, Lawrence Township Highway Commissioner. But yeah, that's great. Oh, is that what you guys are going to talk about? Maybe they added you in. They might have added you in the agenda last minute or something.
So I don't think we're in the agenda. We're just giving a 3-minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
You got to sign in up there whenever they bring the sheet out.
Okay.
Oh no, I think they're having them present. Yeah, not during public comment, right? Yeah. We'll be surprised. Oh yeah, they don't have any public comment yet. Okay. These people. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. These people. These are not men, Michael. These are little boys. They're little immature boys. That's what they are.
Hey, who's the white guy up there?
That is Jay. But they're having I was just asking.
Ryan, did you record that? Did you record that colloquy out there?
Yeah, when she was yelling at Glennis.
Well, she was yelling at, trying to talk to me.
Okay, I got some of it. Because when I came out, she was yelling at Glennis.
She was yelling, who, Glennis? Okay.
So I don't know if I got that part,
But they allow her to do this every meeting. Every meeting, they allow her to do this to get it COVID.
And so if you're going to let her do that, then you have to let COVID have
Absolutely.
But then
Absolutely.
when it's time for her to say something,
She's
go,
no good.
Oh, we can't say anything now.
She's no good at all. And then that's the one they need to get off this council. They need to get her. She needs to go because she's not but a troublemaker. And she wants to fight. And she wants to fight because she runs. She runs behind Jedediah and all those other fools.
Yep. No, I agree. And if you're gonna let her have her say and instigate, then let somebody respond. Be fair, you know.
Who's the tall white guy with the white hair? Who's the tall white guy with the white hair? Tall white guy with the
Good question. Maybe for tonight. Maybe that's the one they sent out. Hi, Pam. Oh, you got it.
I'm almost sorry I told Derek not to show up because Kobe told me it was going to rain. They were going to cancel the meeting.
Oh, tell Derek to come. Yeah. If he has to. Oh.
Hello.
Ryan, she about to put the paper on the table.
How's it going? Oh, no, it's fine.
Which way? This way? Towards north? What I No. Okay, here. We're at north over here? Yeah. I agree. I've done 12 yards behind you. Let him know about these two.
Which guy?
And from this to the left and to the right.
Oh, just in case if there's some parking. Right. Now, okay, so this should be relatively straightforward. I don't know what they're going to talk about. This, I mean, you know, they shouldn't be voting on that because we haven't seen it. This is what we talked about in the first meeting, the solar project. You were there.
I was there, but
and this one you were here.
I don't feel the questions were answered correctly, but
as far as I'm concerned, all this should be no, because we need more information. And how can I say I'm for or against it if I don't know what you're voting on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, look who showed up. Who showed up.
Rick?
I think you probably did more hours than he did this week. They should be paying you, okay, at this point. We should, because it's our money, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm blogging. Oh, okay. There's this little...
The public has the right to be present in public meetings. Ladies and gentlemen, I have your attention. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Thank you. The public has a right to be present in public meetings, except executive session. That is defined by the Illinois Open Meetings Act. Each Harvey public meeting affords members of the public to submit brief statements However, persons in attendance are not allowed to act in an unreasonable manner that alarms or disturbs another or provokes a breach of peace. This can include making loud or unusual noises, clapping, speaking out, or interrupting during the city council meeting. One may not impede the performance of one's official duties. If any person acts in a disorderly manner at a public meeting and persists after being warned, the mayor is the chairman in order the person to withdraw or be removed from the meeting. If the person refuses, they can be removed and fined under the disorderly conduct statute. I'm going to be brief with this evening, and hopefully we can get to this meeting tonight without any issues. According to the mayor, she's supposed to have these notes read so everybody can understand if you have any grievances, if you have any issues. Please remain in your seats. Please be calm, and if needed, we will have to escort you out according to her if something happens again. We did hear there was an issue previously at the finance meeting. My hope is that everybody can maintain that composure when we get through this. Thank you.
Well said. Well said.
I guess he is the lawyer. And there's some sort of police swearing in tonight. Okay, now I've never seen that gentleman lawyer before. He must, I'm guessing he's still from Ansel Link. What are they gonna do?
Before we start, we know it's restored, but just to let you know, we have been following up on the cast, the newscast and the reports. Crystal, that report, where do you get the report from? Or the fire chief? Right? National Weather. They notify the city. So the storm is supposed to pass us. That is why we are continuing with the meeting. Otherwise, we would have postponed it. So we've been on top of it. So thank you. And call this meeting to order on April 27th at 7:01. Roll call, please. Where are the tablets? Can everyone hear me? Okay, how about now? Okay, there was a problem with the tablets. There is an upgrade taking place as we speak. And with that being said, we're going to take the votes manually. Thank you. Present.
Alderperson Smith? Alderperson Smith? Alderperson King? Alderperson Manuel?
I'm sorry, can we shut the screens off? Okay, sorry about that. Please continue.
Alderperson Manuel?
Present.
Alderperson Rogers?
Present.
Mayor Drewinski?
Present.
You got the floor.
Thank you. Are there any ministers in the house? No ministers? I'm sorry. Could you please do the honor? What?
He said,
Well, no, we're a team here. I'm sorry.
you for allowing us to come together in this meeting today. We know that you're omnipotent, omniscient, Lord, unseen, Lord, omnipresent. And in this, Lord, we know that you're with us, and we know your will be done. As 1 Peter 3:15 says in NIV, be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give a reason for the hope that you have. And I'll add to that the hope that we have in the future of Harvey, that we can work together, we can build on the things that we've had, that we can build a wall back from where we are. And that Harvey will rise again one day back to where it was before. I'm praying, Lord, to let us be civilized, honorable, and respectful to each other. Let the words that we say not hurt, harm, or endanger anyone. So that after the end of this meeting, we'll be closer than we were when we came together. So in the name of Jesus, for me, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a couple of presentations. To begin with, we have police department swearing in.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening, Mayor, Alderman, residents. Tonight, we're going to be swearing in the new Deputy Chief of the Harvey Police Department. The Harvey Police Department proudly recognizes Jeffrey Tibbs' promotion to the rank of Deputy Chief, honoring 18 years of dedicated service, leadership, and commitment to the excellence in law enforcement. Deputy Chief Tibbs began his distinguished career as a patrolman, where he quickly established himself as a dependable and community-oriented officer. Through hard work, integrity, and unwavering dedication, he advanced within the department, serving as an internal affairs investigator and as a sergeant. In each role, he demonstrated exceptional leadership, accountability, and a deep commitment to upholding the highest standards of the profession. Throughout his career, Deputy Chief Tibbs has earned the respect of his peers and the trust of the community in which he serves. His promotion reflects not only his experience and qualifications, but also his continued dedication to the missions, values, and the future of the Harvey Police Department. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Deputy Chief Tibbs is a devoted husband and father, exemplifying the importance of family, balance, and strong personal values. As he steps into this new leadership role, I'm confident that Deputy Chief Tibbs will continue to serve with honor, lead with integrity, and inspire those around him. Congratulations to Deputy Chief Tibbs, and I will begin swearing in. Thank you.
He is an in-house promotion. Yes, if the family would like to step up, please do. Oh, I just got the chill. Very nice.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the laws thereof,
and the laws thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Deputy Chief of Police
of the office of Deputy Chief of Police
in the city of Harvey,
in the city of Harvey,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
No,
on everybody.
Oh, right here. Let me ask you guys to please be patient, but I'm just so excited that our very own. Janet, get in here. We're all in here.
We're gonna do the alternate second. You go back.
Got another Jeep? Bring up the Jeeps. Love this support. Why don't you come up over here so we can get in? Come on up. You're done. Get more, any more? Come on. Oh, this one, okay. All right, thank you. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Really nice. Okay, the next presentation we have, I'm really excited about this organization. This organization has something that is so refreshing. It has enthusiasm. It is the most enthusiastic group that I have met. And just last week, I had the pleasure of modeling with Ms. Robinson for an event. But without further ado, please.
Good evening, Harvey.
I don't think it's on. Yeah, it's off.
Let's try that again. Good evening, Harvey.
Good evening. Yes,
How are
now
you
we can
all?
hear you. Okay.
Good. Mayor, alderperson, city council, residents. My name is Ms. Robinson. I'm the Harvey Neighborhood Network Coordinator. The Harvey Neighborhood Network is a Transforming Places, we're on the Transforming Places brand, United Way in Cook County, Restoration Ministries, and a bunch of other organizations. So on, what do we have?
One is
Okay.
uploaded, but there was an update, so I
place-based initiative, serving the people of Harvey. This is for the community, by the community network, okay? For the community, by the community. So everything that we do with the community in mind. Y'all hear me? Everything we do with the community in mind. So we work with residents and stakeholders to build safer, healthier futures, integrating violence prevention, economic mobility, holistic wellness, and sustainable workforce development. This is a community-driven work for the community, by the community. I'm gonna say that a couple of times. All right? So our network areas of focus, we have a steering committee, we have a resident advisory board. Our resident advisory board worked very, very tirelessly to plan the pep rally that some of you enjoyed a couple of weeks back. The Harvey Neighborhood Network is also working on a community ward by ward cleanup effort. Community ward by ward cleanup effort. And so with that being said, we are going through wards 1 through 6, and we are working together as a resident advisory board, members of the community, stakeholders, the alderpersons, Alderwoman Arambula assisted us on our first cleanup, which was April 11th. So we are working to clean the corridors, to build community by all of the different projects and things that we have going on. So we have what is called, it's a 30-week program. It's called the Harvey Beautification and Community Empowerment Program. This 30-week program started in February, because you know it takes a while to plan anything that's good. So this started in February, and we're going all the way up until September 12th of 2026, which will inhibit us to be able to do more things around the city. So we have a flower barrel campaign. We are working with District 205 students to paint flower barrels. We have Thornwood, Thornridge, Thornton, all of the schools involved in what we're doing. The flower barrels will be displayed in the wards. Liana is messing up my presentation. But the flower barrels will be displayed throughout the wards. As well as that, we will also be doing a Mother's Day luncheon on May 9th in collaboration with 2nd Ward Alderwoman Coach Chapman. I will also be doing a college and career fair with Alderman Randall. We're working with a lot of different things to bring to the community. We want you all to have fun, to enjoy your community, to get the community cleaned up. I heard a lot earlier in the meetings talking about cleaning up. Well, we are working to clean up the city. We are partnering with the alderpersons to clean up the city. You all can help us to clean up your own city. It is very important that you have your own ownership to your city. You can't expect other people to come in and clean up your city. You have to want to do these things. We have a tree and native garden planting that is happening May 2nd. Actually, this Saturday, we'll be meeting at Restoration Ministries Harvey Boxing Club at 10 a.m. and we will start planting trees. We have Whittier School, we have St. Clement Church, we have residents who want trees and native gardens. If you are interested, we have our members walking around passing out flyers. If you are interested in getting a tree planting or a native garden planting, that is a butterfly garden. It will be planted in your backyard. The mayor is even involved in getting the tree planted, and other members. So please join us in our efforts. It is very important that we all take ownership of this community. We want to see something better. We are excited as a group to be able to work with the city and to be able to bring these things forth. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. So you know, it costs you nothing to assist us in our efforts. So if you want to be a part of what we are doing, we are having a neighborhood cleanup on May 2nd and a planting day as well on May 2nd. Thank you. That is us up there. You can go forward. Okay, so we have a steering committee of economic mobility, community, holistic health and wellness, violence prevention, a beautification committee. That is what we are geared for, working on to get this city back in shape. And we also have a youth advisory council that we are working on.
And this is an explanation of our program. If you see these posters, they're in the gas stations, they're in the schools, they're in stores, they're everywhere. Join us in our efforts. I can't say it enough. It's community-driven work. It's for the community, by the community. Our next Resident Advisory Board meeting is May 6th. It is at Restoration Ministries, 253 East 159th Street at 6 p.m. If you all are interested, we have our meetings first Wednesdays of the month, and we are doing stuff all the way up until September 12th throughout the city. Thank you.
I do have a question. Who funds you?
United Way in Cook County.
United Way, and then don't you have a private sponsor too? Milo or Milo or something?
No, so we are fully funded by Cook County and United.
Okay, so no tax dollars from the city?
No tax dollars from the city to do any of our projects. We're working on some things that I've been talking to Alderman Randall about, and also Mayor Lewinsky. Those are our partners up there, and so we work with our partners to just bring this stuff forth. It's important that people know that we don't charge stuff because we want the community to be involved. We want you all to get the fruits of your labor. You live in a community where you want these things in your community. We are here to bring these things to your community, but it takes all of us.
Okay, one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Any residents here that currently belong to the Harvey network? Can you please stand? Excellent. Give them a hand of applause. Please, let's work together. Let's definitely work together.
And we are definitely looking for people to assist us on Saturday. It's a lot of women, so we need some men to help us to pick up these trees and put them in the ground. You will get trained that morning on how to do this. And anything that we do, we have workshops that will be happening throughout the year. Garden sustainability, small business workshops, it's youth workshops. We're doing all of this stuff for free, and we're bringing it because people have a vested interest in this community, and we want to see people move forward. Now that
Thank you. Thank you. And how can they get in contact with you? There we go.
And all of the alderpersons have my number. So if you live in a specific
one, we do have her number. And also, I know we have for all ages, but I want you to be mindful. If you have minor children, you may want to come along with them because this is going to be a lot of adults around, and they're not going to have time to keep an eye on your children. So if you have anyone under the age of 16, please make sure that they come with an adult.
And to answer your question about funders, I would be remiss to say this. We are getting all of our trees, native gardens, all of those things, we're getting them for free from Chicago Regional Tree Initiative and Northern Green Earth Foundation, who donated the native gardens to us. So we have 37 native gardens, and we have about 35 trees that will be planted in the next few weeks. Small trees, understory trees. Let's
and they're not going to get bigger than 6 feet?
Than 6 to 8 feet. So understory. So imagine having a porch and you have that little opening from your porch. That's as big as that tree will be.
There will be no oak trees.
No oak trees, none of that. We actually had to cancel our planting day with Open Lands because they were trying to bring you all oak trees, and we don't want you all to have to deal with oak trees. So we stood tall on what the mayor asked us to do, and we are going to carry it out.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions from any of the aldermen? All right. Thank you. The next presentation, and I'm not quite sure, is Antoine. Is he here? Yeah. Antoine. All right. Russell. He is our Norton Township Highway Commissioner.
Yes, good evening, Harvey. Good evening, Harvey.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, Alderman, staff, and residents. My name again is Antoine T. Russell, and I'm the Thornton Township Highway Commissioner. Standing alongside me is our one of our Thornton Township trustees, Ms. Mary Avant. Good evening, good evening. So before we start, we had a traffic loss to our board, to the township. We always start with just a moment of silence here, if you don't mind, for trustee Chris Gonzalez. Just a quick moment of silence. Thank you. All right. So I'm here to spread some good news, of course, right? I'm bringing money to the city. But before I do start, I do want to say congratulations to the Deputy Chief tonight. That's another one of Harvey's finest, like myself. We both started out in Harvey, Head Start together, Washington School together, Rosa Parks together, Thornton High School together, graduated together, and now here we are on this night and getting promoted, and I'm bringing money back to the city. It still shows you that life goes full circle, and that's why we love Harvey so much. So I'll be quick. It's a hard audience, like you see. You already told me, don't talk too long, right? Keep it short. Keep it short. All right. So again, my name is Antoine Russell. A little bit about me. I was born in Naples, like I said. I was raised on 152nd Page. My family's roots are deep in Harvey. My people are known as victims. Some know me as Twan, some know me as Russ, some know me as Officer Russ. Those that know me from when I was a little kid know me as Little Pig from 132nd Page, the guy that had the full court in the backyard. Sorry, crowd. They ain't from Harvey. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to. But anyway, growing up in Harvey, I had dreams as a young man. One of my first dreams was to become a Harvey police officer. And the Honorable Mayor Clark made that dream happen for me. I'm thankful for that. May God rest his soul. But I did live a dream out as a Harvey police officer, ethical officer, and a homicide protector while I was here. Those years did teach me discipline, service, and what it takes and what it means to protect your community. Now again, I'm full circle, full circle. Today, I have the honor of serving as the Thornton Township Highway Commissioner, the first Black Thornton Township Highway Commissioner. And I am proud to return to Harvey in my new role, serving the people, once again, just in a different uniform, as you can see. No gun. Hard crowd, y'all making it hard. It's okay though. Anyway, this will make you smile here. Tonight I am here to present you with a check, not for $5 million, not for $500,000, not for $50,000, for $5,000. For $5,000, $5,400. This is money that can help support the municipality needs and improve services for residents. It may not be millions, but as we all know in local government, every dollar counts. Around here, we know how to stretch it out, especially in Harvey. So far, it starts by, it does not just start over time. It starts with making the dollar work and work for the community. And I want to congratulate my city, my community for showing the nation how to make dollars work. Amen. Clap for yourself. Again, I'm going to keep it as short as I can. I'm going to explain to you where the money coming from. All right? Where is the money coming from? All right? It's coming from the Illinois Personal Property Replacement Tax. It's something that Harvey, like most municipalities in Thornton Township, have been receiving for years, but you probably don't know you're receiving. So I'm going to give a little education. You know, it's a tax that the state of Illinois had, one of many, right? That they eliminated on businesses. But local road and bridge funds, like the one that I'm over, I was elected to be over, we still collect those funds and we redistribute it back to the communities. So Harvey's is getting their portion of the PPRT, the Personal Property Replacement Tax. I'm sure Mr. Williams knows a lot about that already. And being a financial rate. So again, it's just y'all portion of it. I came here to bring it. Trustee Yvonne has a check in her hand. We're going to present it to Madam Clerk and give it to her to add as a matter of record, and the mayor to add as a matter of record. But you know, in simple terms, these funds are generated by the state and returned to local communities so cities can provide services, improve infrastructure, and meet community needs. But more importantly than a check, it's a partnership. Thornton Township is here to work with the city of Harvey. We're here to support our communities, strengthen relationships, and make some resources reach people who need it the most. I want everybody to leave here, with the understanding that, you witnessed 2 young men born and raised in Harvey. From Ingalls to Thornton.
Amen.
From my birth certificate being here at City Hall, like everybody else that's born at Ingalls. You all witnessed 2 young kids that had a dream, and it all came true. So again, I'm not just here as a highway commissioner. I'm not just here doing my political speeches. I'm here with a sense of pride and honor. So again, it's a privilege for me to be before you. I thank the mayor for giving me the opportunity. I thank the clerk, the board, the aldermen, and all the residents and staff for just, again, giving me the opportunity to give a little civics on why you're receiving money, and not just bringing a check over to you, Mayor, you don't know why it's coming, but also being able to return home. All right? So thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it.
Well said, well said. Born and raised in Harvey, born in Ingalls. Thank you. So there's 3 of us. 4 of us.
And a wildcat.
4 of us. Take a picture. Is there anyone else born and raised in Harvey? All right, there's a lot of us. Yeah.
Picture. Picture.
You guys want a picture with all people born and raised in Harvey? We gotta give it to, you know what, guys, in order to make sure that all our financial monitoring, I cannot spend a dime, nor any check that comes in can go directly to our fund.
All right.
Thank you.
I thought it was on the street. He works for the highway commission?
You know what? You're right. It's on the video. We can do this every year, right? You know, we do this every year. It's just that the township wanted to present it, and I allowed it. So this isn't every year. It's a recurring thing. So thank you.
It's past cash, not businesses.
I don't think we should
It's just like,
I need that.
that too.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Okay, there's really no need to go into executive session. So we are going to go, I need a motion to approve the minutes for March 23rd. Second.
Motion by Mr. David, second by Mr. Alderperson Arabia? Yes. Alderperson Chapman?
Yes.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson King?
Yes.
Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Thank you. Department Chair of the Finance, do you have a recommendation for the bills list?
Absolutely, Mayor, yes I do. We had a meeting on April 13th with the finance committee, and we had the golden opportunity to ratify the bills. Unfortunately, our lights went out, so we never did have the opportunity to bring it before the entire city council for a vote. So, that being said, we'd like to do these one at a time. We'd like to ratify the bills for April 13, 2026.
Motion to approve the bills list dated April 13th, 2026.
Second.
Motion by the fifth, second by the third.
No.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson Key?
No.
Alderperson Randall?
What's that?
Yes.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'd like to do the bills list that we have finance people for today, 8:27. And the finance committee would also like to ratify the bills for April 27, 2026 as well.
Motion to approve bills list dated April 27, 2026.
Second.
Moved by the fifth, second by the third. Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Chapman?
No.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson Key?
No.
Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
We're on to the treasurer report.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be brief because I think I need a ring, so I'm short. This is an unaudited monthly summary of bank accounts for February 28th, 2026, or as of February 28th, 2026. So the beginning balance was $2,720,888.21. And the ending balance was $3,540,564.33. And that included two additional accounts that I did gain access to as of February 25th, 2026. And that was the TIF TOD fund and the donation special events fund. That's it.
I do have one question. What does unaudited mean?
That means it hasn't been audited by the financial institution or auditor.
Okay, and what is the tip account?
We have multiple TIF accounts.
But you said that you just had access to them.
It's one of them.
One tip, you know what tip?
It's what's the TOD?
That's the downtown. That's the downtown.
Okay, thank you. Okay, treasury report. Now we're on to, there's no old business, so new business. We're seeking a resolution for a feasible study, which means just looking into it. It's no guarantee that we are going to receive the solar program. It's just something to see if the companies are interested in the property is a good location for it. So the resolution supporting the Harvey First Community Solar Project, resolution authorized feasibility and development activities to support the First Harvey Community Solar Project. This is just to see if there are funds available and if the property is a good site for it.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and we have a second. 6-4.
Motion by six.
Second by the third. Please call the roll. I'm sorry, what?
For discussion.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. You gotta do that. And you always do it. I appreciate that very much. Is there a discussion? Remember, we get one question until we go around, and then you can ask the second question. So we get 2 questions, just as a reminder. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to ask, if I may ask you to attorney a point of information for clarity. I understand you mentioned that this is the feasibility study only. I just want to state that the language is to support for the continued feasibility and development activities of the Harvey First Community Solar Project, and authorizes the city administration to negotiate potential lease terms. I want to make sure that no development activities to then administer, negotiating of potential lease terms will happen until the feasibility is brought up.
I can guarantee you that is exactly what's gonna happen.
Thank you.
I can guarantee you, am I correct?
Yes.
Yes,
So
so,
they have to come back after that, they present the findings, the council must then once approve it. If we continue, we have to approve each phase of this project. If you were here early, you know there's 4 phases. Each one will be approved by the council.
so I can guarantee that. Okay, thank you. Any other, question?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Mayor. You clarified that this is just a testing process. I just want to make sure that in the event that the test doesn't proceed or fail or whatever the situation be, are we liable for any cost for demonstrating that type of testing?
Absolutely not. There is no cost affiliated with this feasible study. Nothing to the city. Nothing gained, nothing lost. This is not even our time going into it. So, yes, no cost affected, and definitely we will be, as a group, determining if this is something we want to move forward with. Thank you. Any other questions?
I do have one more here.
Yes.
I just want to confirm, I spoke with Mr. Merci.
Please direct it to me. Oh.
The conversation earlier was regarding, based on the megawatts that are pumped out of the solar farm, how many people can subscribe. So based on me doing some research on the program, everyone from across the municipality.
Okay, wait a minute, I'm not quite sure what your question is.
So it's a statement going into inquiry. The statement is that the solar farm is allowable for subscribers. And I just want to confirm for the record, one of my conversations I had in Hardin, if I butchering your last name, Matila Hardin, was can it only be specific for the city of Harvey to subscribe to? Because it's only a certain amount that can actually subscribe to.
Okay, again, that's premature. This is just a feasible study. As far as the next stage, that will be answered to them if this is a go or not. This is just a feasible study. So I would ask you to hold your question until we get to the next step, if we get to the next step. Okay? Thank you. All right. That ends the debate, and come Ms. Rowe, please. Roll call.
Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Chapman?
Yes.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson Key?
Yes.
Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Motion carries. That is,
Ordinance number 4023.
4023. Okay. Resolution, absolutely. These are both resolutions. Okay, the next resolution we're seeking is a resolution authorizing the city of Harvey to apply for a site readiness grant program. The resolution authorized the city to apply for funding to be used for the development activities that will improve competitiveness to attract new business. Now, I am really excited about this opportunity. This is just a show of hands. Who attended the open house when we had this meeting? Okay, there was a few of us there. And it's a wonderful opportunity. Our chief came across this, he right away asked if he could apply for it, and part of the procedure is that we have an open house. How many people here, show of hands, are you familiar with the village area? Yeah, it's pretty scary. Anyway, this area is gonna clean that area completely up, get rid of all the sites. It's a $1.5 million grant. Now, that's not saying we're gonna get all that money, but rest assured, every amount we get will be allocated. We will be allocated X amount to do the dumping, allocated X amount to do the roads. From my understanding, the sewer and the piping system is very good. Am I correct, Crystal? So there will be no repair to the septic or the sewer systems there, but the roads, the debris, the asbestos, all that will be channeled out. And from my understanding, there is still 2 residents that live in that area. And in that area, I'll tell you what, I was surprised trying to get there through the vehicles. It was not just potholes, they were sinkholes. So those people will also have an ability to receive funds to move, to transfer funds. So relocation fees. But yeah, there's an opportunity, and that's right off at Dixie Highway. So that is gonna make that corner that much more marketable for us, because it is gonna take a lot of cleanup. And something that I'm so excited about the Harvey Network. The Harvey Network cannot help us in that section if you've been in that area. So we are seeking a resolution, so I am seeking a motion to accept the grant. Thank you. Motion by the 6th, second by the 3rd. Is there any debate? Sure.
Will there be public bidding for the services to complete the removal?
The what?
Will there be any bidding on the services that we need to improve the areas, like clean out, things of that sort?
Chief, would you like to answer that?
Yes, the grant process, you have to do RFP, request for proposals, so kind of going out, so.
Can everyone hear him?
No.
Please go to the podium. We're gonna make sure everybody hears.
For the bidding process, RFP will go out for any contractors that want to do the work. Also with this grant, it's a percentage of minorities have to be part of this work also. Not just minorities, but also women.
And also with the minority proposal, we have that also in our policies. So we have an ordinance already that was established in, I believe, 2015, somewhere around there. Alderman, anything over 25K. I think that was sponsored by Alderman Whittington, and I co-sponsored that. So that's a wonderful opportunity for Harvey. So yes, that's very important. Okay, is there any more questions? Going once?
Yes.
Going right ahead, Alderman.
Looking at the grid lines, my ward is on the 4th ward. We don't have a copy of, picture to show the presentation. My ward actually begins on 151st, well, actually going east and west. When you get to 151st, going from 151st all the way to 159th, that is Artesian and Weston and Campbell, I believe. So this project is going to start from, Weston, once you get to Weston right there, the 2 blocks is 4th ward. It's at the end of 3rd ward, then when you get by the currency exchange, that's considered market. So I'm trying to see, the map is showing just exactly, this is going to go from Dixie Highway to the end of Western, or it's going to cover a portion of the 4th ward, which is, you got to see the grid line.
Right. It's just, this section is only gonna cover actually the buildings. So if there is the buildings, I think there's 5 or 6 rows of 4 rows just up until the buildings. And then that one road is kind of closed. I don't know why it's closed, but it's closed. Yeah.
That's why I asked, so basically this is going to be called, basically
Right. Wherever the village within lies. Now, going north of that side, we don't own that property that I think encompasses more of the fourth ward. We do not own there, and there's a lot of trucks back there, and actually we're thinking about calling the EPA on that section to see and check out the land in that, because I'm not even quite sure who owns that, or if it's just abandoned yet. It was just, this just came up and going through the site, so it's an exciting opportunity for us. Like I said in the beginning, we're gonna attempt all things. Now I'm not about begging, so I will ask and we will apply for every grant that we possibly can. And the special things about grants is because we can now, because we got our house in order. We have more improvement to do, but people are building their trust on us. And this is something that has been occurring since 2019. So I thank everyone, but all right, can we please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Alderperson Smith?
Yes.
Alderperson Key?
Yes.
Alderperson Randall?
Yes.
Alderperson Rogers?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Excuse me, what's that motion number?
Resolution number 4024.
4024, a resolution. Thank you. Now, may we start with public comment?
I'm about ready to go.
Clerk?
Speaker is Harris Cole. I'm sorry.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Harris Kuklakis. I am the attorney for the J&T Group of Illinois LLC, as well as special counsel for the city of Harvey pursuant to a redevelopment agreement that was executed between the city and J&T Group in December of 2024. The purpose of this redevelopment agreement was for the J&T Group to front the money to get all of the abandoned properties that are in the city of Harvey into the city's name, at which point he would then purchase the properties from the city and rehab them to a very great standard, and then sell them to somebody who will live there as their primary residence. The purpose of this is twofold. One, it gets the tax bill back to the city. So all of these taxes have to be 2 years or more delinquent. Most of these properties that we're working on are 10 plus, as well as having a myriad of fines and violations against them from the city. These get the properties back into the city's name and then sold to a person who's going to live there as a primary residence, so that they can basically get the property taxes back to where they need to be. As of now, the city has not been executing and has not been working with the J&T Group on their end of the bargain. As of now, we have not really gotten any deeds into J&T Group's name. We have one property currently that actually got to the finish line here. It's currently listed. It is 142 West 156th Place. This got completely rehabbed by the J&T Group and is now being sold to an owner occupant who is also a veteran. It had a lot of interest, and it's really improving the look of Harvey. If possible, I'd like to put it into the record. I'm not sure if that's possible. Earlier, you guys mentioned a resolution for businesses to attract more businesses into Harvey. That can only work if there's a foundation of homeowners in the city. And as of right now, the amount of abandoned properties is very high. What we're asking for is for the city to work with the J&T Group to transfer these deeds into J&T Group's name so that they can be rehabbed. Currently, the J&T Group has a $2 million line of credit that cannot be used and is at risk of losing it. There is a myriad of expenses that are associated with this process, and the J&T Group is fronting all of those, including my legal fees. Each one I also front in order to get the title searches, courier fees, service fees, all of this. no payment gets made until that judicial deed gets put into the J&T Group's name, and he can take out his, the money from the commercial loan. So as of right now, there's a huge risk of the whole program that was agreed upon being terminated because of Harvey's lack of communication and execution. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. First, I'd like to start out by giving a shout out to Streets and Sands. About a little under a month ago, I had some serious flooding issues in my basement, and I contacted Rick, and he managed to get me out of the 14 inches of water that I had down in the basement. And since we haven't had any heavy rains until tonight, when I get home, I should see if I have any more water down there, but I appreciated the aid and effort that Rick gave me on this one. So again, thank you, Rick, and your crew for getting me solvent in my basement. I have a quote I'd like to use. It came from Thomas Wayne to a very young Bruce Wayne. Why do we fall down? It's so we can figure out how to pick ourselves back up again. The city of Harvey has been down for a long time, and we need to figure out how to pick ourselves back up. I think the group is going in a decent direction. I think we have to also realize that progress isn't instantaneous, okay? We want the streets fixed. We know we got potholes galore. I got two of them by name, as a matter of fact. And we know we need to get them done. But it's also going to be a timing thing. We need time, and we'll find our resources to get this stuff taken care of. I also am a member of the RAD, with the Harvey Neighborhood Network. And I also would like to admit that when we did the Easter Project a few weeks ago, that I enjoyed at least speaking to everybody on the council here. And I enjoyed our time in these buildings because I had never been in some of these buildings before, and they are some very nice buildings, venues, schools, churches that I have been frequenting lately. We have some very nice things in our town. Only thing is we need more. We need more things for not just the kids to do, but for us to do. And I think in the most part, when it comes down to it, it's a timing thing. How much time can we afford to give it? And how much more time we're going to give it to it? And I do believe that a lot of us here know what the town's been like for a long time. That's why we have the arguments that we do have. But we have to use time to heal those wounds. And I am one of those who will admit it. I'm very pleased that I'm a member of this town. Thank you very much.
What's that? Tell them what ward you live in.
17.
Tell me what network. I know that's right. They can't claim. Safe Town, USA.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm with the Harvey Historical Society and Harvey resident. And just a few questions. I noticed that I haven't seen the city administrator, Korean Davis, around. I know at that meeting, I think last Monday, we were introduced to an interim city administrator, but I just wanted to get clarity on, what happened to Ms. Davis. Also, I'd like to hear from the council about that February letter from the Illinois Department of Revenue saying that we were denied financially distressed city status. I'm surprised and not pleased to see that it hasn't been on any of the agendas since then. A lovely investigative reporter, uncovered it, but I mean, that shouldn't happen, right? Shouldn't our mayor and city council tell us about that? My other concern is at 15404 Broadway over here, there's a big demo that's been going on. April 8th, I discovered a huge gas leak, potentially grade 1. If I had not discovered that gas leak, that could have exploded and could have killed a lot of people, including people in the apartment building across the street. Not only was I wasn't expecting an award or anything, but not only was I not thanked or anything, I saw no public announcement warning people about that or informing people that that was done. I've been monitoring the site and I'm paid for that, but because I see no City of Harvey oversight at all at that site, that's pretty major. I think the city needs to notify people about the leak, that happened. And then what are you doing? There's an empty building on the corner. I know Harvey may not own it, but you need to monitor that. How many empty buildings do we have downtown? I called the Illinois Commerce Commission and I said, our city officials don't seem to be responding. Can you do something? And they said yes. So they took NICOR and checked a lot of the gas lines in our downtown and said, okay, they're okay. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing this because I don't want people to blow up. Why are you smiling at me, Mr. Minsky? It's not funny. And then when the fire chief comes out, when I see him on the scene, he doesn't say, oh, thank you, Mr. Samwelski, for uncovering this leak that could have killed the people across the street in Harvey Lofts. He glares at me and then starts going off at me. You don't tell the truth on YouTube, and this and that, and this and that. And then I come pay my water bill, and he accosts me again. You lied about that leak. That wasn't because of them. Excuse me, who cares, public safety officials? Your job is to keep us safe.
That's right.
Your job is not to come, and you shouldn't be laughing either, Mr. Mandela. Your job should not be to come after residents like you all were earlier, Ms. Smith. Same thing. Don't come after my alderwoman. Don't come after anybody. You take care of your own house first, and you work for us. You do not come after us. We can ask you questions till we're blue in the face, and you know what? You get paid. I get paid nothing to do this. I do this because I don't want to see people die in my town. Is that how you feel? Some of you allegedly don't even live here. Think about that and change your behavior.
That's right, Brian.
Good job.
Reverend Melville King, MK Jr., 16 Canyon Boulevard, Harvey, Illinois. I'm glad to be here. I try not to miss any meeting. I love the excitement and everything that's happening. I like the chaos sometimes, because I've been in a war before, and I know what chaos is. This is chaos. So I pray for peace, but it's hard. So I'm going to tell you something very important to me. First of all, cameras were put up, and I know the mayor said, someone destroyed the camera at the other meeting, but cameras were put up, and now the camera put up in the corner of my house, and all of them in the 6th floor. I understand Tyrone, but no one told me about this camera facing my doggone living room. When I get in my living room, my underwear, I'm standing out there, there's the camera looking at me. And I didn't know anything about it. And I think we need to know as citizens, when you're putting cameras and things up in our community, the people who live in the ward and in those houses need to be notified. We want to put a camera on your corner. Now, I appreciate they have a camera on Halsey Street, and I appreciate that, Alderman, I appreciate that. But that's on Halsey Street and Canyon Boulevard. But that's a good site because that's a lot of activities. And a lot of things about cleanup and everything, I appreciate people coming in. But I've been cleaning up for 8 years in my ward. By myself at the time, with wheelbarrows on the weekends and stuff like that. And no one helped me. I cleaned up down there by the veterans display there that Kellogg put up. I've been cleaning up and cutting the grass, and I think the ward started to cut it, and that's good. What I'm saying, I've been doing this for 8 years myself, the whole ward. And I'm glad this organization coming because we need a little, a shot in the rear end to get us moving. So I'm gonna say this here, the garbage truck's coming down Canyon Boulevard for the longest, and I hope that camera, who's ever watching it, will take a look at the camera, look at those garbage trucks. They're tearing up Canyon Boulevard. They're coming down from Halsey Street, they go all the way down to Ben Sands and they make a turn. They use Harvey as a route for their trucks. And like I said, they're tearing up right in front of my house and I'll be getting potholes. And the other thing is, we should have at least one Zoom meeting for each ward. We should. Each ward should have at least one Zoom meeting. You should. And I appreciate any older person who has a meeting, I don't care how they have it, I appreciate that because you need it, and it doesn't have to be a city hall. Because these meetings are supposed to be private with the citizens anyway. The other thing is here is home ownership. Young people need to find out a way to get into a house. I understand the gentleman gave a great speech about homes.
But as of yet, I haven't seen where a young couple can come in and live. And we need to concentrate on that meeting between the citizens and the city to have an agreement of the abandoned houses that are available and they would like to see. Give them a tour on the bus and say, would you like to get this house together? Let's see how we can get it. Why give thousands and thousands of dollars to people who don't live in Harvey and let them come in and soak the money out of our ward and we can have the funds to take care of it.
That's right.
People in the ward being
Yes.
able to control what's happening. That's what we thank you very much.
My name is Samaya, not Shemaya. I am Samaya Brown. I am Courtney Oates. I'm representing the youth. Can't hear you speaking to them. We're representing the youth.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, so one of the things.
I'm sorry, the youth, what are you talking about?
We're coming from Thornton Township.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
So
so.
205.
Yeah. Okay, so we was at, can we ask you a question? Okay. So, we've been talking about like trying to do something with youth or whatever, trying to help take down abandoned houses, trying to help bring stuff in the community and take some bad stuff away from the community.
Like, I feel like we should start making the community safer for the youth and the kids our age. And the young people who are currently at elementary, as you know, we do have 2 elementary and 1 middle school on every block, with the one down in Lexington and the other in Thornton Township. And I feel a bit louder. I feel like everybody should make Harvey a safe community for the kids and the youth, because we should not have grown men who are currently homeless coming up to us kids asking us for stuff. And I think we need to work on taking down some abandoned houses because of the amount of drugs that are being sold to the youth and the kids that are in our community. And this is another reason why we also need to help our schools out, because I feel as if District 205, we need certain work done around the building, and we also need everybody as a community to come to help and come together and be adults that are 30 plus years older than us should come together and help make this community safer and have these kids outside being active how y'all want them to be, and sports and having other things going on outside the community.
Yeah, we can't have that when adults in 5 minutes is trying to argue in fights. And we're trying to have meetings. But I also feel like we should, like, I feel like adults should take responsibility for what they do. Because after what happened earlier, I feel like some of these people in here is not being adults. But at the same time, we do need to bring stuff to Harvey. We need to bring the community together. We need to clean up our community. We can't try to bring business in when the community look like trash and it looks like Chicago. And we're supposed to be the suburbs.
This is the suburbs, not the city. This is Harvey, Illinois, not Chicago, Illinois. This is the suburbs, not the slum.
Great job.
But I don't want you to leave because we got an opportunity for you. So you guys stay because we're gonna give you exactly what you want. Wait till we get our, it's all in the presentation, right? Yep, it's all in the presentation. Is there anyone else?
Next up is Alicia Nicole.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. first I want to thank the young ladies that are up here speaking at a board meeting. I'm not even sure if they have school tomorrow, but they've chosen to come here and make their voices heard. Okay, well, I commend you guys for that. I mean, at 16 years old, that's remarkable. And I hear everything that you're saying, and it doesn't fall on deaf ears, and I agree wholeheartedly with a lot of what you said. And I'm sorry that even at a young age, you guys are seeing some of the things that really shouldn't be that affluent in our community. I also want to start by congratulating the new deputy sheriff, deputy chief, I apologize. It's really nice to see people rise through the ranks like that on the job and be promoted within, so that is remarkable, and I just want to commend him for that. Also, wanted to speak about, actually, the person that just spoke about being approachable, you know, as an alderperson, as an elected official, that goes for everyone. I was basically chastised last week just for recording. I was not even in personal space. To me, if you can reach out and touch someone, you're in their personal space. If you're at least 2 arm lengths from doing that, you're not in their personal space. So to be chastised and then later threatened online, you know, for approaching someone's personal space, who's an elected official, they should be approached. They should be available to answer questions if people have them. This is not a contentious thing. There shouldn't be a bunch of adversaries. Everyone can have their own opinion, and we do not have to agree with each other. We don't have to like the same people. I have said that before, and I'm saying it again. Having said that, before I run out of time, you know, I just want to, I hope that the banter is over, but I want to take a moment to, for one, talk about Mrs. Rogers and how well she's doing as the clerk. I also want to ask you guys, give this woman a chance. You do not know her story. This woman has lost 2 children, not 1, but 2, her only 2 children. I heard a couple of YouTubers, one in the back, that made a mockery, that actually laughed at that, like that's funny. Somebody losing 2 children and still being able to exist. Not just exist, live. I was at an event with Mrs. Rogers, the same one that she was at. She was the life of the party. To be able to do that after losing 2 children, to be able to work for your community, in your community, fight for your community, is not an easy task. And I don't know how many of you guys can do it. I know I couldn't. I know I couldn't. I have 1 child. If I lost that child, I want to go too. That's just how I feel. So to be able to rise to the occasion, prepare herself for this position, go through the process that you guys set forth, give her the opportunity to prove herself. If she's what everybody wants her or says that she's done, eyes are going to be on her. So don't you think she's going to rise and do the best job that she can for the city? Thank you.
Okay, we start moving right along. Alderman comments. Alderman Rogers.
Thank you everybody for coming. My phone number is area code 708-516-2276. If you need to talk to me, you'll never get a voicemail. That's the end of my comment.
Can you repeat that again, please?
708-516-2276. And you will never get a voicemail. Thank you.
Thank you. First word, Alderwoman Rosa Arembula.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My first ward residents and everyone else who may be here tonight, thank you for coming. I would like to thank also the Harvey Neighborhood Network for helping us pick up the trash in the first ward earlier this month. Ms. Robinson, she did a great job. Thank her. We also had volunteers from our first ward that came and helped. Thank you for them too. I will be asking anyone who would like to volunteer to pick up trash every other week to give me a call or text me on the first ward number at 708-596-7470. Even an hour or 2 will make a difference doing this during the summer. Let's try to keep this first ward looking clean. Just an FYI, I don't know how many of our residents have rain, but have you seen those, that rain when somebody says, hey, did you hear that gunshot? was that gunshots or what was that? Then the second one says, maybe it was fireworks or something else. Then the third one says, did you call 911? That was the first thing that they should have done, call 911. Then, for some reason, when it gets warmer in the summer, you hear more gunshots. But I do ask before you start putting your text messages on the ring and call 911. Some might think that, well, they stopped, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Call police to come out and take a ride in your area. Let those people who are shooting see that we do call police, that we do care for our residents, and especially for our children who are enjoying the warm weather. So please call 911. I'm inviting everyone to come to my first board meeting, which will be on May 16th from 10:30 to 12:30. We'll be an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast from 10:30 to 11:30, and then we will start the meeting. We will be giving out vegetable plants so you can plant them for your garden. And we also have a few free raffles. Mayor Derwinski will be there, right, Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm trying to get the Harvey neighborhood to come there too. So please come if you can. This will be on 158 and Emerald at the Grunwald Hall, which is across from our Lord of Mercy Church. Again, the ward number is 708-596-7470. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll do that. 708-596-7470. Everyone's welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Is there a limit on the pancakes?
Alderman Randall.
Thank you. Just want to say I just appreciate everyone that came out today. Definitely appreciate Harvey Network. To my brother Tiff, man, I'm extremely proud of you. I know you're definitely the best man for the job. Share the field together. I guess we're going to share a little bit of this mission together as well. So I just continue, pray that you continue to do and grow in this career. Please, my number is 708-990-8012. If you need anything, have a question, comment, concern, definitely reach out to me. You may get a voicemail, but I will call you back. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out, knowing that it's going to be inclement weather tonight, but staying dedicated to the cause. I want to say also congratulations again to Mr. Tibbs and Mr. Seven. Thank you for getting on the job for me, for supporting and assisting in the ward. Residents, I just want to share with you that my position is not opposition. It's for the sake of opposition. And that sake comes out of, I gave an example earlier. You go to the local dollar store right here on Wood Street, you want to buy something for $1.25. Revenue comes out with 12% tax, about $1.37, and you get a receipt. And you know what you spent 137 pennies on. And I'm just simply asking across the council, what you heard me promote earlier in the finance meeting, was a resolution to just anything over $10,000 that we take a deeper dive into it. And the reason for that deeper dive is when I looked across the bills list for April 13th, that was $742,000 spent. When I looked at the bills list across April 27th, that was $3 million spent. And understand that nice things take money. And we are the cream of the crop. Beyond what our community looks like, I can look at the souls of our people. And because your resilience has kept you here, I know that we're on the route of success. But with that, we must have the belief or a paper documentation or something that upholds the cost in which we're allocating out. And that is simply my ask. And or we could take a baby step. Let's maybe have the finance meeting on another day to the finance committee, so that we will have more opportunity to speak long and through around cost-effective measures and ways in which we can reallocate monies that we're allocating elsewhere into things that are necessary, that are most necessary for the community. I'm in favor of understanding today. I voted against it because it was understood by my point of information, confirmation from the mayor, that we're not seeking anything further than a feasibility study. So I'm okay with that. but that's the way in which we should do everything. Let's bring everything before the people, because this is about the people. The people are the people that are upholding us, they're paying us. Everything in this room is because of the people. I want to really acknowledge these two young ladies. I had a grand opportunity in meeting Courtney through Sanaya, both sophomores at Thornton High School. Sanaya went down with me 2 weeks ago. I took 33 students, all expenses paid on behalf of Southern Illinois University, my alma mater, on a college tour. And out of that 33, we got 5 that's gonna commit to SIU, studying aviation, engineering. 13 students are gonna get the chancellor scholarships because they're 4.5 and above. And that's all happening at Thornton High School. So we gotta tap in with these young people. And I'm very proud of them. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Alderwoman Smith.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations. Democracy. What's good about democracy, our freedom of speech to be able to say what our beliefs is and what our moral and will raised to be. And I have noticed through the years here that if someone has an opinion, you're attacked. Okay? So that has been standing for us. We have a nickname here, the 4 yeses, rather than, anybody criticizing. It's just simple matter. God says, well, 2 or more agree, there's God. So let's start with that. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. So it's okay for people to say what they want to say to you, but when you try to tell them or educate them on it, there's a problem. And it shouldn't be a problem. To say what you feel, but your pleasure. So like I say, I've told everyone, those who may not have been here at the earlier meeting, there will be monthly meetings, the 3rd Saturday of every month, where you can learn how TIFs are done, how grants money, how they work. Because it seems like no matter how we explain it, it's still pushback and fighting and not working together. Because we have selective on what we want to tell the truth about and what we don't want to tell the truth about. Now we have someone who has FOIA'd the city like 3 times and won, and it's not because nobody's not doing their job, it's because we are short of money. We only have 1 person doing the job, and you purposely are doing it on purpose to make cost of money. I don't understand why nobody's not in an uproar about that, but nobody is. But nevertheless, that's money we could use to cover up some of the potholes or cut some of these lawns. Still nobody's got that part either. And so we selective, and when you get those 4 years, receipts come with those. That big important word that y'all say, receipts. Receipts are with that. But we're selective in choosing what receipts we show and receipts we don't show. And then it's to the point where when you are not allowed to say what you want. I'm a woman first, nothing. I'm somebody's mother, and I'm somebody's sister. So whatever my opinion is, I don't expect no man to walk around here and be disrespectful. Because I was taught in my home to be respectful to men, my elders, and everything else. So I was home trained, very well. I was home trained back at this. The older people see the action happening around here, and you know what? My mother wasn't on drugs. My mother chastised me. My mama wasn't getting beat up by my daddy. None of that. So what I'm saying is, we have to be respectful because everybody has a past, and everybody got proud of what they did the other day. But again, we need to learn how to be respectful. You guys have a great night.
That's why I don't.
I know, and that's not what I'm doing.
All right, you guys go back to the room and your officers right there. Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna make it quick because I don't know if you guys are here then, but I got quite a bit here, so I want to make sure we're all transparent. Alderman Keys.
I just want to start off. Just thank you, Mayor. I heard some wrong notes from that down, but I'm so.
Yes.
I'm just so impressed with these young ladies because me, the youth and seniors is always like my top priority, not nobody's as important. But if I can, just right quick, just a few dollars for y'all lunch, something else. You know, you're like running down and feel like one night. But now, just saying, I really appreciate it because they're putting the effort. And how many children do you know that go to high school that's going to come here and spend their time around the council meeting? They can be doing a whole lot of different things. I really thank y'all. Y'all really just keep it coming. First of all, I want to give praise to the deputy chief, right? To the chief, I'm sorry. Well, deputy chief. Yeah, deputy chief Chip, Tips. I'm very impressed on the fact that I think we got it right this time. I'm somebody from within. Also to add to that, for me to just see the faces, I brought the faces in here because they have jobs to do. We have employees that were either forced out or pushed out or whatever and left and became chiefs. Went from police officer or sergeant to chiefs of police. And they came out here to support them. That was a good thing, and we need to keep it going because we all need each other. You can take a person's job out of the city, but you can't take the city heart out of a person.
I hate to interrupt you. Let's clap on that.
All right, okay, now, hey, you want me to do that or what?
Yeah, take that.
Get that. I'd also like to thank the street department for their effort in our street cleanup. This week, they were out there 3 days and they were really putting forth a good effort and getting the work on out. And surprisingly, there was a lot of people that had a lot of stuff already taken out, so they had been already taking advantage of it last year. So whatever they was able to get on out this year, so we looked to probably see a little less dumping, but we can put on people that are out there illegally dumping, throwing things around, and thanking the street department participation. I just want to say that my residents, I see we have different projects coming in. We do have help, we do have grant money coming in, but nevertheless, my residents are constantly talking to me about the same things. It don't matter what's coming in or what we're trying to do, it still takes time. They're still talking about these vacant properties, these potholes, these street lights, these alleys, everything like that. And I think we need to work on doing something like that first. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to talk really, really fast. Okay, I just want to give up some updates here that I have staffing updates. Several employees have been reinstated as members of ongoing strengthening the city operations and restoring the departments. We are cross-training management team to ensure we hire in more staff. So what that means, what I said before, when we went through the layoffs, right now we're bringing up the layoffs, and any position that we have, we're hiring from within, and we're doing less with less managers and more with the staff. So this is a good move for us. Senior engagements. Seniors are now utilizing the council chamber for line dancing and have established a book club and promoting community engagement and wellness. This is all free. Line dancing, if somebody wants to donate a couple dollars for the instructor, but this is no fee attached. During this time, we also have a coffee club, and that is on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 12 here at the city chambers. It's a pretty good group. City Hall has resumed back to normal hours, but in addition to that, I don't know if you remember, way back before 2019, we used to be open until 7 o'clock for all the people that had was working late. They came in at 7 o'clock to pay their water bill, or 6:45, or get their vehicle stickers. Well, guess what? We're back to 7 o'clock on city council meetings. So 7 o'clock, this should help the adults that are not available during the day. resident strategy, soccer tournament. We are bringing back, Clark had set up the Mayoral Cup. And this is his project. He started this since 2019 and it has grown. And there is a list of people. So this is Clark's Mayoral Cup, a soccer tournament that's going to take place on June 13th and 14th from 8 a.m. to 5, and it costs $30 per participant. I'm telling you, it's booking up pretty fast. So that is another one. Have anyone noticed what we're doing in the front of the City Hall? We got rid of all that concrete. The street department did an excellent job. This is a partnership between Restoration Ministries and the City of Harvey. They are going to re-establish that area. They're going to cement it in, make a little cornerstone, little benches there. The gazebo's going to go back, and we are hoping to bring Santa to the outdoor Wonderland. Hopefully this is going to be done in October. Yes, and when we do, we're going to have a big celebration. I'm really excited that the plans were beautiful. They received a grant and they decided to share it with us. They had the opportunity of using the park right across the street, but we're not quite sure if that is up for sale or not. So they asked about this, and it's going to be called the Harvey Creative Hub. It's going to be very, very nice. I'm very excited about that. A big shout out for all the aldermen. They are really keeping my Saturdays busy by inviting me to their board meetings, and I think they've been quite successful. We talked about that letter that came out, the distressed cities. I addressed it then when it was brought to our attention in March. I was going to bring it in on last meeting, but as we know who was in attendance, we lost power. That distress letter came out, but it didn't put us in a crisis because we knew our odds were limited. It's just providing us more opportunity to apply. A distressed city, nobody, especially the state, and I will publicly say that, wants any city to become distressed because they do not have the funds to take over. But this brought our city attention. And I was able to go to Springfield last week, well, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to Springfield tomorrow to beg and talk to the House senators to get bills passed so we can get some assistance here. In addition to that, we're going to invite all the elected officials mid-May to the City of Harvey for a tour. Because my presentation was live as a resident of Harvey. What does it take? Yes, we have potholes. If we're lucky enough to go through a drive-through, to have our driveway, we're going to get hit with the potholes. The youth, I think that's wonderful. The youth is getting involved. I don't know what happened here, but ladies, just as you mentioned, you shouldn't see grown adults. Well, you know what? When people are passionate about their topic, they're going to discuss and they're going to be passionate. And sometimes there's a place and a time for it, but age does not take away passion. So I don't know exactly what happened, but that should address why some people get elevated in their voices. And I'm sure this is not the only place that you saw watching on TV. But that doesn't make an excuse. We know better, we do better. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that you discussed. You guys are sophomores, you're going to become a junior. Alderman Randall approached me probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Now, you've got to remember, I've only been in office since February 1st. So we've been rocking and rolling over here. And he met with me and he came up with a wonderful idea about having a City of Harvey Junior Council. I loved it. So, A good friend of mine and an excellent resource to Harvey is Dr. Jerry Doss. He is the assistant superintendent and Dr. Hamilton. So of course we branched out, and they are going to help us spearhead this project. Now, not only do we have District 205, but we also have another district, 228, in our area. So to make this fair, we're going to have this application for any district, but it's going to be directed out of 205. They're going to be selecting names and appointing this term. Then, to show their youth that how difficult or how easy it is working together, they too will have their own elections as time progresses. But this is something new, and this is exactly what we need, and hopefully to give the youth some ideas on what is the responsibility of an elected official and what is the role. So this is a wonderful opportunity, so please take advantage of this. Also, I got all these notes here. This is how we work as a team. I don't have all the answers. Everybody down here don't have the answers. Alderman Chapman called me up and asked me about a federal opportunity for zoning. And I was like, wow, I don't know much about it. So I put her in charge with Krista. And they engaged in dialogue, and this is something that has not been opened up for quite some time. So part of it is going to be in certain sections, but our engineers, and Crystal, are you here? Can you speak up a little bit about it? What our Terrell group had said? If you can stand. Get used to this.
Yes, so after I spoke with Alderwoman Chapman this morning, we had a brief conversation, and she shared with me the information that she had received from the State Department of Commerce. And in that, it's basically a grant opportunity or funding opportunity where they open up to the census tracts within the city. So the city has several areas that are allocated to or within the census tract. But when I spoke with Antero Group this morning, what they suggested, because they have too been looking into this from time to time, and like I said, this has been closed for many, many years. And so now that the state has finally opened this back up, the suggestion was, let's open it up to a broader base, so to include the whole city. So what it does is it helps to bring in economic development opportunities and things of that nature. So it's a really good opportunity for the city. And we feel strongly that long-term, if we open it up to a broader base instead of those few census tracts, then it's going to be better for us, bringing more development, more funding opportunities in the long run.
Thank you. And that wouldn't happen in all the and this Harvey Youth Council wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Alderman Randall Allen. So this is only by working together are we going to produce a community that we are absolutely proud of. Now, again, we're going to differ how to get there. There's no doubt about that. But I think each and every one of us are committed to you as a resident, as an elected official. So I want to go through, because this is something that people have mentioned when they speak, and I take notes. So we had Mr. Harrison, unfortunately they left, from the TJ group. Yeah, they did have a resolution for 5 properties. If you indicated what the attorney said, he said for all the abandoned properties in his presentation. It was not for all the abandoned properties. properties, it was for 5 properties to begin with. And within that, there was nothing completed for that whole year, versus December of 24 to December of 25. One property, he said that he did not give deeds. He did in fact get a deed. He got the deed to the property that he put in-house that everyone has a flyer for. This one. This is his property. He is selling it. And it's a very nice job. He did a beautiful job. That is not the question. The question is why haven't we put a hold on it? We do not have an economic developer. Here's our choice. We have $5. Where are we going to spend it? On future? On properties? Or are we going to spend it on lights, sidewalks, potholes, and resources? So right now, I'm going through everything with the Southland Land Bank. Anybody that will offer us some free knowledge. So I put that on hold. We're setting up a committee. Those of you who know, Mashawn Tobar handled the mid-mile, did a tremendous job in the last 3 years. He is going to concentrate and be a part of this committee. We are going to look at in-house talents. And we're going to figure out what we can do before we can spend the money. Now, if this is something that we want, great. But I can't answer, this company does beautiful work. Oh my God, go through Phoenix. They put a home up in Phoenix that is absolutely gorgeous for $600,000. Now come on, paying Cook County taxes, and you're gonna buy the beautiful home. And granted, go through Phoenix and you'll see a lot of beautiful homes, a lot of land. Well, you know what? We can do a lot more with our land. And housing is very important. But I'm sorry, I would rather have 3 homes at $200,000 a piece versus 1 home for $600,000. But that's my opinion. So I just put the economic development on hold right now. We have too many in-house problems, too many in-house situations that we need to get moving on. Since October, we had no staff. We cut our hours. Isn't that enough, residents? Aren't you glad we're back to 5 o'clock instead of just 12 o'clock? We're bringing stuff back, but things take time. I've been in this position since February 1st. And I gotta tell you, I couldn't be more prouder than this team right now. Because we are working together. Yes, we have our differences. We're gonna agree to disagree. But does that mean that we're always wrong? So I wanted to go through that. We talked about, I talked about potholes.
Yes, please.
Potholes! Guys, we're still in April. Potholes, cut grass, all that doesn't begin until April 1st. Our weather is deceiving. We get 80 degrees, and then the next day it's 50. Then it's pouring down rain. We cannot fill the potholes because we're just wasting money. We have to have the temperature consistent. Am I correct, Crystal? Rick, I didn't know you were there. I didn't see you, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Would you please stand?
Putting asphalt down when it's 80, the next day it's 54 and rain, it'll wash all the asphalt away because the water in the oil mix, it'll just break it down.
Can't hear you.
Grab the mic. This is important stuff.
So when the temperature gets to 80, 75, and we put asphalt down, and then like the rain is doing today, what happens with the asphalt mix is the water gets in, it breaks down the oil, and then it just basically, we just wasted $25 a pothole. UPM asphalt is very expensive, just like concrete is, but it's just, we gotta make sure that we get a consistent 65 degrees. And also, some of the plants aren't even open yet. Some of the asphalt plants aren't even open yet because of the weather. So we rely on that, but we usually shoot for April 1st, and then we try to get.
April 1st or May 1st?
May 1st, I took the things out of your mouth. May 1st, to start hitting the potholes and all the roads.
Okay, thank you. So you know what, we're still ahead of the game, because if you notice, previous years, we were still picking up, but we partnered up with Markham to come in. So we did 39 dump stops, dumps already, and we're in the process of still doing more, correct?
Correct, we actually did more because they came in an extra 2 days.
They came in an extra 2 days. So we're really, really trying here. We're not walking around with blinders. There was a discussion about the guests. You know what? I may not respond to Facebook, and oh, that's another thing I want to say. I am so honored. Everyone wants to be my friend on Facebook. I'm not taking any new friends because people that know me, and if you were from the first ward, I guarantee you're my friend, and they're texting me all the time, and they're messaging me. So we brought Alexia back. If you notice on Facebook, get out to the city of Harvey, because there's going to be a lot of updates. We couldn't bring her back full-time, but she did welcome us by honoring us by accepting a part-time. So welcome back, Alexia. She does a wonderful job if you ever hear her voice or overs. Yes, give her a hand of applause. Because she is informing everyone. And if you notice, it was playing by the time you guys got in, so you guys could hear it. The gas leak. I saw it on Facebook that there was a gas leak. Wow, I called Night Court right away. I called the chief, didn't I not, chief? And what happened on that day?
Social media.
Would you please get a mic? Was there a gas leak? Because I'll tell you what Night Court told me.
Yes, it was a gas leak.
Stand up, please.
Yeah, please stand up.
Yes, it was a gas leak in front of the 15400. The residents there. Night Court came out. They did verify that the demolition that was going in the rear didn't have nothing to do with the leak in front. The leak in front was caused by corrosion of the pipes.
Two separate issues.
Not true. That is incorrect.
Please, I cannot interrupt you. Do not interrupt me.
That's a lie.
That's what the Night Court technician told myself.
Straight lie.
About that. And also, you can pull the incident report from Night Court and explain the same thing.
Absolutely, please do. Because I gotta tell you, I got a call I called Night Court too. And it was not, according to what they told me, there was a gas leak, but that section was already closed down. So it was two different areas. So I just want to say, and I'm grateful. Put your stuff on Facebook if I happen to see it. But other than that, go and call your alderman so we don't have to do this by chance. We don't have to be on a Saturday morning, I'm drinking my coffee and I'm just scanning. No, it's a 50-50 chance that I saw that.
You were emailed. All staff were emailed by me. You knew about it.
Please do not interrupt.
Then don't lie about me.
Officer Griffin, Sergeant Bass.
Okay, so anyway, we talked about that. Economic development. Oh, District 205 talked about they wanted to.
Don't mess around.
Unfortunately, you are under the age of 18 and you could get injured, so you cannot.
Bring it right in your face.
Now, if you have a construction department and your teachers want to do this as a project and they're willing to take the supervision, absolutely. But as far as anyone going on abandoned properties, you are not getting the city approval for liability purposes. Cleanups, absolutely. Safety, absolutely. But boarding up or tearing down abandoned homes, we cannot do that because of security purposes. But I appreciate your initiative. But you could get involved by becoming a general counsel. So with that, we covered a lot. There's gonna be a lot more covering, a lot more going on. Remember, 7 o'clock city council meetings. Mingle with the mayor is on what day, Alexia? Starts May 11th. Monday from 4 to 6. 4 to 6. Mingle. It's just coffee downstairs. If you wanna talk, you wanna talk. If you don't, you don't. You wanna just sit down and listen to other people. Then I'm also gonna have one-on-one also on Thursdays from, I think 3 to 5, 3 to 6, something like that. If you need to do an evening one, you're more than welcome to call Ramona and schedule something after 5. I'll be happy to meet you on that Thursday. I did not hear it. Thursdays would be, I believe it is weekly. Mingle with the mayor is only on one day. All right, I need a motion to adjourn. All right, everyone say aye. Aye. Be safe, everyone. Have a good evening.
Don't lie to your constituents.
I can't hear you.
What? Hey, thanks for coming. I thought you were gonna speak too.
You know what? I didn't know. I don't know.
That's all right.
But we should need to have us up there with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you were at least gonna be up there. Yeah. Okay. I was saying that was so cool to see your wife and you in the same place. We never see you guys in the same place. It's like we don't know. Like, are they real? Are they really married? You see them in the same place. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. You finally got your presentation after that crazy last time. Huh? Oh, no, I mean, they're dangerous. She was lying. I notified them about all the people in Harvey lost could have potentially lost their lives. They just think it's like, I guess they think it's a joke. I'm like,
So how do you find about the leak?
I was literally just taking pictures, because I was watching the old buildings and stuff, and I saw that they were doing this demo. Somebody called me, and I'm like, oh, why are they demoing another old building if they don't need the demo? But then they won't demo the burnt out wooden houses that they should demo, And I know that. But when I was there at the corner of I smelled like a strong smell. And I'm like, with one person, all they have to have is one person in the city just checking on the site,
Oh, we have to.
Not even every day, but at least, once every 2 days or something, like, they wouldn't notice. If you would have walked by on 154, then one of those people, like, going to the bus or whatever, and you had been smoking, the whole thing could have exploded. I just needed one little thing to ignite it, yeah. Okay?
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she's like, oh, why do we have to be on Facebook? No, you do public safety. Tell your residents that downtown could have exploded because of you. Like, it's not my job. I just happen to catch it. Let's talk about that outside. I'll update you on that. Great job, ladies. I'm so proud of you. You did wonderful. Oh, really? Oh, thank you. I just get tired. They're bullies, and I don't like bullies. I taught Gordon for a little bit. Yeah, I used to teach French there. Yeah, I missed the school. But no, we need more youth like you guys to get involved, seriously, Weren't you so impressed with these young ladies?
They talk about speak louder, right? To get loud real quick.
Yeah, just a little, or like a little closer to the mic. But you guys, you did great.
Remember next time you do speak, just have the floor, get closer to the mic.
Yeah, I thought it was something you could have said because the way they
But you're learning, and you're young, and you're doing that right.
I know, I can't believe. Wait, you guys are only 16?
Yeah.
You guys are doing great. No, I'm so glad. Yeah.
I'll see you all later. All the time.
Oh my God. You know, try to walk me. What I want to do is I want to go straight to my point.
Okay. Okay. Good. I guess. Good question. Bye, Linus. Bye-bye. Michael, are you going that way?
Straight toward her.
Oh, okay. I'll follow you. I'll follow you.
Nice to see some familiar faces.
Yeah, I guess some people were going out the other way, which is fine. Oh, I was gonna say I can hold the door for all the ladies.
Want me to get, you got it? Here,
Do you guys need a hand? You doing okay?
Go ahead. Oh, I'm waiting for somebody.
Oh, okay.
Waiting on somebody.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
$2.
Right, you're like, I accept tips. I take tips.
I'm parked on the side street.
You sure you're good? Okay.
This is my plan. Straight to her. Bye.
Okay. Thanks, Beth. Good to see you. Have a safe trip back.